have it, it's hard.
We are live.
So,
how we doing? Welcome to the locker room. This is very cool. I'm Sully of the Green Men. This is Sean McCormick.
Yes,
Buddy,
sir.
yeah, this is wicked. Thanks for having me out. This is great.
Yeah, man, we're here with Sports Interaction as always. I'm always here doing these locker rooms about once a week, whether it be Jays or UFC, some Leaf games, football during the football season. I'm here all the time, so it's good to meet you. Good to have you on. And what better way to kick it off than some Predators and Canucks? I know you're obviously a huge Canucks guy, so let's go.
You got that straight. And today is a tough day. I don't know what's going on. I was hoping it was a bad dream. But apparently Thatcher Demko is out for possibly the series, definitely tonight, though. So I would imagine, that's changing betting lines all over the place. So we actually have a parlay up right now that you can take full advantage of. I still have total faith. Casey DeSmith's between the pipes, but I still got total faith. And it's a gimme of a parlay, really. You got JT Miller to score. You know that's going to happen. If you saw the interview, he was so freaking fired up to play in front of those hometown fans again tonight. You got Quinn Hughes with an assist. That's an absolute layup. And then Canucks on the money line. And I believe last I checked, we were rolling at about 535 as the payout. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that sounds pretty good to me. It's going to be tough, man. DeSmith was a little shaky down the stretch. So I am a little bit worried, but I was on the Canucks before the news. I did flip-flop. I think losing Demko, somebody who's an elite goaltender here in the NHL, is a huge, huge loss for them. I thought they played a pretty good game in game one. So it's going to be a good game regardless. I don't think the Predators are going to come out and blow them out of the water or anything. I don't think that's who the Predators are as a team anyways. But It should be tight. We'll go through our picks in a little bit. Here we still have about 10 minutes or so before the puck drops. But I'm pumped. I'm pumped for game 2 here tonight.
It's going to be good, man. It's going to be really good. We've done quite a few things with Sports Interaction in the past. I've never done anything like this. This is an absolute first. And believe me, I've interviewed animals. I have done everything in radio, TV, newspaper, everything. This is first for me, the live stream of people just watching my reaction to the game. Because usually my reaction is just like a deadpan with green spandex. You can't tell anything. So.
Yeah, you can. What animal did you interview and why and how? And I'm sure we'll get into a lot of different questions with you tonight and a lot of different hijinks, but let's start there. I can't just look at that right by me here.
It's kind of weird. Like throughout the years, if you went to a game and the Canucks were losing kind of thing, I realized it took me like 4 or 5 years to figure it out, but that nobody can see what face I'm making in a photo. So not that I would throw off photos, but if we were in a bad mood, if it was like 5-0 going into the third, you're not that stoked. And if I don't smile, it looks the exact same as if I do smile. So I would never do that. I would smile in every photo. But I'm just saying, now I got to make sure that I'm showing my emotion because that's
what we're going to want to see tonight for sure.
Right. So so we'll see what we can do. I did have a text message from a buddy here. He was asking what the jerseys were in the background.
Okay.
If you know your Canucks, you know these jerseys. You got Brian Allen that side. Brian Allen on the far side here, who he was decent, but an instrumental part of the big trade with Florida there that sent Bure packing. You got Quinn Hughes, obviously. That needs no introduction. You got my favorite Canuck of all time, Scotty Walker, who was an absolute warrior and a half. The guy was a beauty. And then on the far side over there, you got a Sully jersey. That's from the Bakersfield Condors. They flew us down for an ECHL night, and it was okay. There was no penalties, so as you can imagine, the game didn't go that well. But so there you go.
Did you play a lot of hockey growing up?
I did, yeah. I still play quite a bit of beer league and stuff, but I played since I was like 3, pretty much. I had a stick in my hands, but.
I'll do anything if there's beer involved, to be honest with you.
Exactly. That was the main draw. I tried, though. I stupidly, in what would I have been? I was 19, I guess. And I thought I had a tryout lined up with the Victoria Salmon Kings at the time, ECHL. And then, because I was talking to his agent, he's like, yeah, sounds great. Let's do it. And then I called him a week later, and his number was disconnected. So that was as close as I got right there. That was it. So just a beer league warrior from then on out.
Well, I mean,
Unfortunately.
yeah, I mean,
What?
there's nothing wrong with the beer league. Nothing wrong with the beer league warrior, that's for sure.
Absolutely not, man. So, did you play?
No, I was even worse than a beer league warrior. I was a ball hockey league warrior. Didn't never got into it. I was always working when I was young, just sitting behind a desk, grinding some online poker, grinding some sports betting, and that's how I landed in this gig here.
Nice.
And it's a lot of fun, man. Can you just tilt your camera just up slightly, just we
You
get
got
that?
it, brother.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
we're about. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Sean. I should have asked. I brought this out and casually took a sip. That was okay, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly okay. Yeah. As long as you're not hammering them back 6 or 7 deep, we'll be just fine.
We'll see how the game goes. I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, we're about 5 minutes away from puck drop. I mean, I don't know if people want to tail or fade our bets, but let's. I mean, what are you leaning for this? Do you like anything? Any markets you have your eye on, or just a side or a total? The right now, I mean, if you're betting it right now, you get the Canucks at -125. I think it was about -150, -155 earlier in the day. Predators at +105. Yeah. The total has gone up from 5.5 to 6. So get some push equity there. Over 6 is +105. Under 6 -125. What do you like tonight? I mean, I know you said you were backing the Canucks a little bit. You're getting a better price than you were earlier today with the Demko news.
Yeah, well, we can't start this thing with me betting on the Preds. That's not going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I would never. No, I still have total faith. I mean, the Canucks, regardless of who's between the pipes, they're the better team, right? So that's what it comes down to.
I agree with that.
Beautiful. So, yeah, man. And to be honest with you, as much as I love the money line, you're not going to find a lot of sexy results out of the money line, right? Unless you're betting huge money, it's not going to have the biggest payoff. So I honestly think that the spread is where you want to be, because I'm just trying to think. We've only had a handful of them, but maybe 1, maybe 2 playoff games have been 1-goal games so far. So
yeah,
by all means, I'm jumping on.
The Rangers just beat the just by 1 here tonight. And the Jets are the Jets are up early here on the Avalanche, 2-2 for the Lightning and the Panthers. But yeah, no, it hasn't been a lot of tight hockey. I mean, I think just the 7-6 game between the Jets and the Avs, I think, was the tightest game. And so if you like the Canucks to win by more than a goal at -1.5, it's +200. I think that's a great bet. It's a great value for sure if that's where you think the things are going to go. I'll go over some of mine here, and then you can ridicule me. Let me know what you think. I'm just going to pull up the old graphic. So, I mean, I'm going with Predators in regulation. Again, we haven't seen some tight games. I didn't like the -1.5. Again, the Predators aren't a high-power offense, but I think they can stifle the Canucks a little bit. Maybe a couple squeakers on DeSmith. I'm going to go under 1.5 first period goals. I think that's a decent little bet there. I mean, they had a slow first period. I think they just had like 8 combined shots in the first period in game 1, something like that. So let's go with that bet there. Luke Evangelista over 2.5 shots on goal. The guy had about 5 shots in game 1. He played about 18 minutes. I think he's cleared this number in about 4 of his last 6 games. So let's go with that. Pettersson, he's been kind of a ghost lately. Hasn't shown up. I wouldn't call him quite Marner-esque. That's an insult. But he's been a little quiet. 0 shots in game 1. So let's go minus a little bit juicy there. But let's go with the under 2.5 shots on goal. Quinn Hughes over an assist. I think he can. If he's part of the Canucks offense, he's going to score some points. I'll put him on the board. He had a couple assists in game 1, so let's go an assist there at -120. And Ryan O'Reilly was the ice time leader for the forwards for the Predators in game 1, and he got an assist. He only had 1 shot on goal, but I don't mind that price at +290. So that's where I'm going to lean for my Predators.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Reilly is one. Sorry to cut you off, Sean. I was going to say, though, I think that's a great pick. I mean, he's one of those guys that any given night in the playoffs, he could be deadly. You know, he's got a track record for it. So I think that's a great pick. That's a nice.
He's on the power play. You know, he wins a lot of faceoffs, so a lot of possession. Although Vancouver had the possession time in game 1 and 1 more faceoffs, but that's where I'm leaning. Again, he saw like 24 minutes of ice time. If you're going to be on the ice that much, pucks are going to find your stick, and maybe he puts a few on net and one can get in there. So,
I agree, man. So are you from out west?
No, I am actually. I'm located in Toronto. where
Oh.
the Sports Interactions Ontario office is located here in Toronto.
Gotcha.
So I'm right downtown, right by the Scotiabank Arena. I am a
Nice.
Leafs fan, but I mean, I'm here to, just bring some energy, and make things a little interesting. Again, I won't be rooting against the Canucks. I mean, I obviously pick a Canadian team.
No.
My money's with
We're all
the
pulling for the
Predators
Canadian
tonight.
squad. That's fair. Okay, you know what? And I appreciate your honesty. I really do. No, I think the reason that I ask is because that U2 intro last game that I know has gone completely viral.
Yeah.
But I mean that must have been completely lost on you. You probably just like, oh, they're playing U2, whatever. But that was like,
oh, the Sphere thing.
Oh yeah, that is a huge big deal for Canuck fans. Bringing that back again from the dead. That's such a good intro. It was nostalgic, man.
Yeah, I mean it's also relevant to the Preds too, because they wanted to go see U2 at the Sphere, right? And their coach wouldn't let them. And then they went on that heater. They went on that heater. So relevant for both teams, but yeah, definitely more relevant for the Canucks for sure. Man, we're only a few minutes away from puck drop. I am excited. You got the game on in front of you. I'm stoked, man. Let's do this. Not seeing too many comments here. We got a few hundred people watching us. That's good.
That's good. I see
Greg Moore actually.
Greg Moore.
He's saying, tell us
what a name. I think
market ideas.
I think today a little shout out would have been Greg Moore's 49th birthday as well. The late kart driver there. Anyhow, Greg, the first agent. Yeah, he had some interesting ideas. I think one of them was like we were gonna get dropped off in like a pink Cadillac at the stadium, and I don't know what that was about. He still has Force's shoes, oddly enough. I hear about that all the time. They like switch shoes and they never switched them back, and we never heard from him again. So he was a good guy. He had a really good heart, but I don't know. There were some deals there. We were supposed to have like Green Men jerseys at Costco, but it all fell through because he actually never discussed the idea with Costco. So anyway, it was an interesting meeting. Let me tell you.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, man.
That would be helpful if he did that.
Yeah. So, anyways, he had a really good heart, but I think we were all a little green at the time. No pun intended, but it's there.
Yeah, well, it's there. It's there. No, I like some low-hanging fruit. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And I had to represent too. I had to represent. I again, showing my support for you guys. Ann Robinson is watching hockey. She says, "Welcome,
nice.
Ann. Welcome, Sherlockosaurus." Just says go Canucks. So welcome, guys. We're gonna be here all night. We're gonna be here watching everything from the Canucks game, and then I'll have my eyes on all the other sports and leaderboards as well. Pick a goal scorer from the Canucks tonight? Who's scoring for the Canucks? I'll let you know what the odds are here.
Okay. Opening things up. I mean, I'm behind this JT Miller parlay for sure, but I think, and I mean, this is the way I'm going to run the rest of the series too. Dakota Joshua is a beast.
Oh, baby. And 3 points in game one.
Yeah. He's going to be great tonight. But if not, you know what? There's going to be a lot of heat coming from the point. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nikita Zadorov is a beauty. Maybe not
that's
beauty,
but
just a garbage goal.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love the odds,
Joshua was about plus 500 to score again tonight, earlier when I checked. Good. So, I mean, that's great value. Really again, he seems to be one of those maybe playoff performers, gets fired up for the playoffs. He was really amped up, throwing a lot of hits in game one. That's what I liked about this game too, is like it's tight playoff hockey. We're seeing, I mean, every year you get good playoff hockey. The NHL, the NHL playoffs are the best playoffs, hands down. And again, I'm a sports fan of all kinds. Here doing again locker rooms every week for a variety of sports, and but yeah, no, the NHL playoffs are just bar none top tier.
There's nothing like it, man. And I see Greg threw out another one. Favorite player from the Bruins in 2011. You know what? I'm gonna go with Luch. I don't know what his current situation is, so I do not support or condone anything going on there. I don't know what's happening. In 2011, he was one of the guys that come in the box and he joked around with us, and he was just an absolute beauty. Marchand, we had some stories with Marchand. I got sprayed with water by him, and oddly enough, forced dance with his ex or something at a club in Nashville, and there's a lot of weird stuff there. But and then at once the Bruins won the cup, Michael Ryder's kids came over to the glass and started smacking on it and pointing and laughing at us. So, yeah, but yeah, Luch was a beauty, man. I like Luch a lot. So.
I mean, I want to ask you too. We'll ask later about like spots you've traveled to and seen games in other barns and how they compare to the Canucks home rink and the energy there. I mean, it was rocking in game one. Obviously, I hear Nashville's also one of the best barns to watch a game in. So I'm curious your take on that. Let's get to Sherlockosaurus' next question. He says, firstly, 3-2 Canucks in overtime. I mean, again, I'm expecting a tight game, so I'm not against that. And what do you think Vancouver's actual chances of taking the cup are this year?
Oh man, if you asked me that 24 hours ago, I'd have a pretty lock solid answer for you. But it takes a hit, man. I mean, until we find out what's going on with with Demko here, it's kind of up in the air. I still think, I mean, in this series, it's the grain of salt here. The silver lining is that this injury didn't happen, knock on wood, in another round against another team. You know what I mean? The further the Canucks go in, the harder injuries take their toll. I mean, look at classic example, Ham Hughes in 2011, right? That was a huge loss. So the fact that this is happening in game 2, round 1, let's take some solace in that. I think the Canucks have a fantastic chance. They peaked very early this season. Everyone was really worried about it. And as we head towards the playoffs, I know there were some bumps in the road, but these guys look good. When they put it together, I mean, they're one of the best. They're one of the elite out there. And they showed it for 12 seconds last game. So, but all jokes aside, I feel good about him, man. I really do. But it all comes down to that Demko status. If he's gone any longer than a few games here, we could be in some trouble. So,
yeah, no, I'd agree with that assessment for sure. I mean, it's tough, man, and I don't like. I get it, less so for goalies than I do for forwards. Like I don't get all the secrecy with some of these injuries. Like again, I'm dealing it with William Nylander right now, and Mitch Marner for a couple weeks before that. Now we're getting Demko, and you're not getting anything out of the coaches. I sort of get it for the forwards because they're getting hit a lot. I don't get the secrecy with the goalies a little bit, but I mean, I get it's the NHL playoffs, and to be honest, you don't need to divulge this information. At least in Nylander's case, it's a little more speculative because you never saw it happen, and I guess you didn't really see it happen with Demko either. You obviously played the full game in game 1, but I don't know. I just find it a little weird. I'm not a big fan because again, I work in media, but I'm not asking the players the questions. They would never let me in a locker room. But
no, for sure. But like the speculation is that when he did that amazing split save, he might have tweaked something or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope it's a quick one. We'll see. Oh, Mama, you too.
I was about to ask. So our feeds are probably a bit delayed. I'm sorry, you're going to be a bit ahead of me, but which is fine. I mean, it's tough you can't sync it up. That's no problem. Oh, you got. Is that Kessler's kid on the ice there?
I think that's Kessler's kid. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I heard they were in town. Obviously, saw some pictures of Kessler there. So that's pretty cool. That kid gets to do that.
There's a fly that's a fan of the feed.
The old barfly.
Yeah, exactly. It's usually just me, but I know this is wicked. Oh, there's Dakota. There we go. Now we're cooking, baby. This is good stuff. And what's really cool, actually, the Canucks content team, if you go on to their channels and stuff like that too, like they have Chris Higgins, former Warrior back in 2011, that's doing like a lot of like in-game breakdowns and stuff. It's kind of neat. Oh man, those towels. I remember Higgins. Higgy was a beauty, but like. I don't know. There's something about, you were saying it earlier, there's something about playoff hockey, the magic in the air, and it's just nothing compares. Nothing compares, man.
And it's so fun. I mean, again, like I know it gets intense in every sport, but I find in hockey too, like outside of a few arenas, like the crowds get crazy in the playoffs unless it's Toronto. But like Vancouver, like people criticized Winnipeg's arena all year. I mean, it's a smaller venue, less fans, but like not too loud during the regular season, but they're bringing it in the playoffs. Vancouver was electric in game 1. Edmonton obviously always brings it. So yeah, and like you can barely even hear the announcer here, Dan Murphy.
Oh yeah.
We got a few more questions here. For again, a couple from Sherlockosaurus. Thanks for joining us, Sherlock. He says, he's just remember when Luongo went out and the backup goaltender backing him up put them in a really good position. Who was that backup? Was it Halak, or who was it at the time?
No, that was against Anaheim, and I think that was Luongo's first postseason with the Canucks. So the heat was on, and I mean, more ways than one. I think he had some bad sushi or something, he just had to.
Oh, right.
So yeah. Danny Sabrin came out, and then you saw Dave Nonis, the GM, just like looked like he wanted to hurl up in the press box.
Yeah.
But Sabrin was a beauty. He made his 5 saves and got the hell out of there. You know, he'll go down in the Canucks Hall of Fame. Which if we don't have a cup banner in there yet, but that's okay. We got Danny Sabrin. I see Flavius or Flavius. Which team do you hate the most? You know, it would be easy to say Boston, but I really, aside from their fans, and I'll mention our Boston experience a little bit later, but aside from their fans, the team that I can't stand, even though I love Bedard, is Chicago. I got no respect for the Blackhawks from those playoff years. Duncan Keith would come into the box and he would just hit us with so much profanity, and we had like kids sitting around us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I don't know, man. Keith had a mouth on him. Like I should talk. I mean, this guy's making it.
But I'm sure you were always pretty like when you were sitting there and you're as obviously you stand out, which is the point. But like you're not being rude because you want to stay in that spot. You want to, you know what I mean? Like, so you're probably saying a few things being jokey, but like you're not saying sort of the vulgarities that he's throwing back at you.
No, we never would. There's a line that you got to walk, you know, and if you cross it, you're in big trouble and you're probably not coming back. So we would always I don't know, we'd be right along the fence, and we wouldn't be offensive. We wouldn't be rude. We wouldn't be vulgar. We would just kind of chirp in a unique kind of way. But there were some players that just I mean, you know, however the flow of the game goes, maybe they're pissed at the refs or something and they just took it out on these 2 green idiots. But yeah, no, over the years, there were a few guys that just had some choice words out of nowhere, like completely out of the blue. Keith was one of them.
Okay.
But in terms of other teams like the Bruins and stuff, like Luch was great, like I said. Marchand, I mean, he sprayed me with water, but I mean, the guy was a nice enough dude. So it's the Bruins fans, man. The Bruins fans. When you're in Boston in a green suit and Aaron Rome runs a guy, there's nowhere to hide. We got a police escort out of that game. So we didn't get absolutely murdered in Massachusetts. So we got some stories, man. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Like, I get not being liked or whatever, but like to need that kind of like protection is crazy to me. It's not like you're like that. It's not like you're that fan jumping into the penalty box against Ty Domi. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to have a good time. Like you're standing out and you're being, you know, like I would say like just from an outside, like maybe like it looks arrogant what you're doing, but again, you're having fun, you're having a good time, which you're entitled to do. So like I hate that. Like you bought a ticket, you can do what you want within the rules of the confines of, you know, being a good fan. And I hate when people take it too seriously, like and like think you're like, you know, a dick, I guess.
Yeah. I'm all for fans. If, you know, there's opposing fan in the rink, like, give them a bit of a hard time, give them a chirp or something, like something playful, but don't make it a hostile environment. You know what I mean? Like we're all just fans. We all got families. Like let's not make it a hostile environment for one another. So I'll get into that Bruins police escort story a little bit later. That was it was unique. Oh, there's Kess. There we go. He's got the 2011 final jersey on. Gorgeous.
Yeah, just let me know when they drop the puck so that I know how far behind I am. Again, react accordingly. Don't. Oh, baby, I'm like a minute behind probably.
I'll tell you here. We'll figure it out. You tell me when the puck gets dropped.
Oh God, the crowd is
It's got to be
bumping,
close,
though.
I would think.
Yeah, you'd think so, but it's so weird when you're streaming and then you're on cable and I'm on the old app. You know what I mean? So it
Oh
slows
yeah,
it
I
down a
got
little
you.
bit. So
Yeah, I had
I've
the
tried to get. I
know
don't
what
want
you
to insult my sports interaction overlords, but I've been asking for cable for months and months and months, and nothing yet. But especially like again, I'm not going to harp on it, but we're like trying to like promote live betting and in the app. Sorry, I dropped like a few seconds ago. But like, so like I want to be as up to date as possible,
So
I
they
can give people
just dropped the puck on your side?
I'll wait for the clock to show up. I'm at
it still hasn't shown up for me, but we've had the puck up for a while. Nashville's pressing right now. Get there! No! Come on!
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, if you bet Forsberg to score first on an ugly moon ball from the point.
I did not. And sorry, I'll let you know when the puck's in and on my side. But this is going to be fun.
If there's props for nice or ugly goal, hopefully you took the latter.
I was worried about DeSmith getting letting in a few weak ones for sure.
Yeah, no, it's you know what? That's no one's stopping that. I don't think Demko's stopping that.
Yeah.
Just an unfortunate tip, but here we go.
Yeah.
Start things out, get moving. I mean, you know what? We were down 1-0 last game. Worked out all right for us. So let's just keep this going.
I am not thrilled about the early goal because the clock's not working. It's this seems to be a graphic error here on Sportsnet. But also I had under 1.5 in the first period. That's not looking great right off the bat. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, both teams can play good defense, but we'll see.
Well, that's the thing is that the Canucks played decent D. It was just a wannabe shot from the point, but it got redirected with a lucky tip or a lucky bounce off someone's butt or something. So. Not much you can do with that. Canucks are pressing. We're back at it.
I was wishing it was O'Reilly because he was parked right in front there.
Oh yeah, well that was on your betting ticket too.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine,
That would have been perfect.
When you do as many of these as I do, you're bound to have some good nights, some bad nights, and everything in between. So
I hear you, man. I hear you, buddy. All right, here we go. Preds off a change, moving back in. So far, aside from that one rush out of the Preds, nobody's really established possession whatsoever here. Spin it back and forth. All right, JT's on. Here we go. Let's move.
Yeah, let's get him involved in your parlay.
Yeah, my parlay took a hit just now. That's okay. That's all right. By the way, I should have thrown it out there. The opening lines presented by Sports Interaction, your home sports book. Bet local, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. If you're here, you know the deal. It's 19 plus. Of course, play responsibly. Speaking of 19 plus,
we got no. I don't mind it. We got the Predators are now minus 165 favorites. The Canucks are plus 135 on the money line. If you believe they'll come back, obviously it's super early. So, and then the total jumped to 6.5, but it's pretty juiced to the over. So nothing. I'm gonna bet right now. I'm gonna stay away from that for now. But fair enough. Sherlockasaurus says he's in Ontario and doesn't have Sportsnet, so he can't find a place to watch.
Oh man. So you're relying on us here, Sherlockasaurus? All right, buddy. I'll do a better job of play-by-play.
Do the play-by-play for
we got Roddick moving out. Here we go. Dump in. Garland giving chase. Saros around the boards. All right, Nashville's moving out again. Nobody's really established possession whatsoever yet here, which I don't love, but that's all right. Everyone's got the jitters. It's game 2. Stastny dumps her back in. Smith plays behind the net. It looked like he actually kind of played it out of the trapezoid there, but that's okay. Susie throws it in deep. Saros plays. Okay, here we go. Luke Shen. He's the one that got away, man. As you know, as a
Yeah.
as a lead champ, that's the guy. Those are the kind of guys you want in the playoffs. You know what I mean? They're built for the playoffs.
I mean, not that the Leafs have a great defense core because like last year or this year, but like he got traded to the team and immediately was on the first pairing, and then you're like, what? Like, I mean, again, I don't think he's a first pairing defenseman, but he played really well for the Leafs last season, and obviously he's played all right for the Preds this year.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's bounced around a little bit here and there.
Oh
no!
Getting the leg back. Are you kidding me? I didn't even know how that was possible. Okay, well, at least there's a good chance Saros will be questionable for the rest of the series after that save.
Give a case of the Demkos.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the Thatchers. Okay, here we go back to the point. Now Canucks lose it. They retreat. But we do have a delayed penalty for Nashville here. I'm digging this. Goalie's out.
That's big.
Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. When the Canucks power play is on, we're laughing. We're hard to beat. When it's not on, well, it's unfortunate. We'll find out shortly here. Okay, Canucks with 6 attackers here.
Preds can't take the puck back.
No.
This is some pressure.
Moves. Oh. Yeah.
He let me down a bit in game 1. I had his shot prop and missed on that, but
okay.
That's all right. Again, you win some, you lose some. I just lost a big bet on the Jays because Vladimir Guerrero can't catch a ball at first base. Destroyed me, man.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, what a save! Oh man, Suter should have had the first goal for the Canucks with ease there, but maybe not with ease. That was a hell of a save.
He was somebody I looked at to score a goal tonight. It was like plus 550 plus, but like he just doesn't shoot the puck enough. Usually he shot a bunch in game 1, but somebody who then again they move him off the power play too. So I didn't. At least usually he's not on either power play. So I didn't want to keep him.
What was the shot bet for Garland?
Like 2.5, and it was like minus 120 or something like that. Yeah, I think he only got 1 in game.
Did he finish with? Because he had that. I remember Joshua tried to set him up, and he like tripped on his stick or something. Didn't get a shot away. That might have helped you. Okay, here we go. Houston the point. Moves it down to Pettersson. Yeah, just blocked. Preds clear.
Yeah, he had 2 shots and an assist in game 1.
Okay. Not bad.
Score update. It's still 1-0. Vancouver on the power play. And Matthews looked like he finally shifted gear last game. He sure did, man. He looked good against the Bruins. Beauty goal.
I got him in my I got Matthews in my playoff pool. Stupidly, I also drafted Nylander as well. So I don't know.
I think he plays tomorrow night.
I hope so. If you think the Demko news is bad, try also having Nylander in your playoff pool. So, and I also have Demko as well.
Demko, yeah.
Or Vancouver, rather. You just pick the team.
As long as you weren't foolish enough to pick Mitch Marner, you're fine. He's getting a lot of flack in Leafs Nation. He's getting a lot of flack here in Leafs Nation.
Yeah, he's not doing much. It's I don't know. I thought I had a plan. I had the first overall pick, and then we went snake, and then half the elite dudes were gone. And in a playoff pool, you want to kind of load up on one team and put all your eggs in that basket rather than spread them out, right?
Yep.
So, anyways, the way it ended up, I got a bunch of Canucks and I got a bunch of Leafs. So, I'm on board for that Cup final if it happens, but
sure,
it'll be a long shot at this point.
Just an update out of town. We got the Panthers and Lightning are going into overtime. Jets and Avalanche 1-0 after 1. 16 shots for the Avs and 12 shots for the Jets. They're putting pucks on that again. And then, as stated earlier, the Rangers beat the Caps in 4-3 in regulation.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, I feel like the Rangers should walk through that series.
Yeah.
Then again, I thought Carolina would walk through that series, and they have, but it's this collapse of all collapses last game. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Islanders get one. I don't know if they'll win game 3 or game 4. I think it's 5 for me. I forget what I said. I gave out my again, but not that it matters, but I gave out my predictions on Twitter the other night. So far, so good, I think.
Nice.
No, and also no Sportsnet.
Yeah, Pred's cleared. Canucks 10 seconds left in the power play. Looks like we're 0 for 1 with the extra man here. And just so everybody knows, I am one of the green men, but I'm going to take my arm out of this sleeve. So don't think for a second like, hey, wait a minute, he's not wearing spandex. Because I am wearing spandex. I'm sitting in them.
And also don't confuse me with one of the green men. So I am not, but I'm
all right with that. People can confuse you.
Honorary
the only green man that
member.
can grow facial hair. So.
You got you got some shadow there.
There's a little shadow. This has taken 37 years to grow here, so. But,
I
wake up and I road game my face every day. So
hoping one day.
Yeah. One day we'll get there. Oh man. And those sports that were either in Van. Ant's depending on me. I hope I'm not letting you down here. We got a commercial break. It's 1-0 Preds. Canucks 0 for 1 on the power play. And we'll see here.
We normally I know a few places you can watch the game, but they're not very legal. So
if anybody is if anyone's tuning in from Saskatoon, that's where I'm at. Come down to Sports on Tap. We're having a good time down here. But I should elaborate on that. I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Obviously, I lived in Vancouver before, but I bounced around the last few years. I lived out in Halifax, took a radio job there, took a radio job here with a rock station. This place is amazing. So when we did the Canucks return game earlier this year in February, the team was amazing enough to fly us out. So it was pretty wicked. But can't speak highly enough. Yeah.
Well, sorry, you said you took like about the eight years you hadn't been to the building. Was that true? I think I saw.
Yeah, it was. It might have been even 9, maybe borderline. It was because our last game was in 2015. We did our retirement game, and then we hung them up. We honestly did, and then we just did like little cameo things here and there.
Yeah,
just little tiny things for wishing people happy birthday and stuff. So,
nice.
But yeah,
making some money on Cameo.
Yeah, then the Canucks. Why not? The Canucks reached out, and the new in-game team they have there is just sensational. And the game that we went to was in February, but we were talking with the team since about October, just trying to find the right game and honing in. And I don't know if you remember, Sean, but the first 2 periods of that game, things weren't looking that good. So, and then they turned it on and went to OT, and it worked out amazingly. So, I got a lot of questions on our Facebook page, the Green Men Facebook page, about are we coming back to the playoffs? And I will address that shortly.
Oh,
we'll get to that momentarily.
Stay tuned. That's what we got the power play here.
Got to sprinkle those teases in where I can.
Yeah, keep people hooked.
Besser at the point, deflected over. Canucks are pushing, though. Canucks are pressing. This is good to see. I got to get better with my play-by-play, I feel.
That's all right.
You're tuned in. You don't have Sportsnet. You're relying on me. I got to do a better job for you. But
we're talking. It's your first one doing this. To be honest, even when we just usually chat and dick around. We don't do too much, but I mean it makes sense. We got some people without Sportsnet, so help them out a little bit when we can.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll do what I can here. So, Fred's clear. Canucks are on the power play again here. We're a minute into the power play. They had a couple chances. Besser just put it over the glass. Here comes Hughes breaking out. Moving it up to Garland. Garland's got a head of steam here. Okay, they're slowing things up. The reset, and Pettersson moving in. Drops it off. Hughes to the point. JT Miller. What? Garland, take that shot. What are you doing? Pedersen had a wide open net and passed it.
Well, that's Pedersen. I told you, man. I don't know what's with this guy lately. I don't want him finding.
No, there's a ton of questions. Like, is he ready?
Is he okay?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh. They just fed Miller moving down from the point. Off a leg over the glass. They're going to show a replay now. Look at this. Saros is way out of position. Defender runs into him.
And not to be too cliche, right? But like, you got to put pucks on net. You know, that's how you win games.
Dude, this is the playoffs, man. You have to do it. I'm with you, buddy. You throw it on net. You never know, right? Uwe Krupp back in the day for the Avalanche over the Panthers in the final.
Yeah.
You throw it on net. You never know.
That's funny. I love name dropping like old hockey players that like people forgot existed.
Oh,
like Ulf Dolan or somebody, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you can find a way just to drop a little Saskasully every now and then, you're laughing.
Yeah.
So here we go. Rosewinch was actually a pretty good player. Borderline.
Were you were always a Canucks fan? Did you grow up out in Vancouver and then move to Saskatchewan, or what? Again, for those of us,
I grew up in Vancouver.
Sorry, for those of us who are still joining, me and Ryan haven't chatted before tonight, so I'm getting to know him a little bit, you know.
Yeah, man. No, absolutely. I was in Vancouver till when did I move? It was 2021. I was working for a radio station in Vancouver for Jack FM, and we always did like Green Men radio shows, they were called, on Sportsnet radio. I did them on TSN radio for a long time. But I was working with Jack 96.9, and then I took a job right in the middle of COVID out in Halifax for a news station out there, Surge 105, and it was awesome. Halifax is amazing. The Maritimes are just sensationally beautiful, great people. And then, this job came up this past summer, and I mean, I just jumped on it, and I love Saskatoon. I've been out here a few times, and the family, like, we just couldn't be happier out here. It's really cool. And we're just, a 2-hour flight from family back in Vancouver, whereas, like, if you're trying to travel to the West Coast from Halifax, man, that's like, you're traveling for like 12 hours pretty much. It's crazy. So this is it's a perfect setup here.
That's great. I mean, how are we 12 minutes into the game pretty much, and just 3 shots on goal? I mean, it was a slow first period in game 1, but it's even slower tonight, despite that first goal.
It was a low shooting game 1 for the most part for a long time there as well.
Yeah. Okay. Sherlock says, I'm from Northern Alberta. I learned my NHL ABCs early. Anybody but Calgary.
There you go, man. There you go. Good man. I love that. Yeah, I used to have a soft spot for the Flames. Like, I'm talking way back, like Gary Roberts, Joe Nieuwendyk, Mike Vernon kind of days.
Right.
I loved him, Theo Fleury. But then somewhere along the way, they just kind of fell off the radar for me. It just became a much hated team, even though Earl McGinley is one of my favorite players of all time. But aside from that, I think it was Kiprusoff. Kiprusoff used to I used to get so upset watching him. Every single whistle, he'd take the mask off and take a drink. I don't know why, it just drove me nuts. So,
killing time.
Here we go. Yeah. All right, we got they beat up the icing. Okay, here we go. It's just 3-2 shots for Canucks here. Susie at the point. Moving this over. Giuseppe or something? Lindholm and Joshua are pressing. Lindholm with a steal. Joshua all alone behind the net. He's Susie at the point. And tipping it just wide. Here we go. Juleson from the blue line. Down to Susie. Wide open. Tons of traffic. Puts it wide. Okay, Juleson again. Man, these Canucks are buzzing. Juleson at the point. Throws it down low. Lindholm loses it. That's okay. Garland's in there to recover. tripped on a stick.
It's crazy to me that like, 2 power plays and I'd say most of the pressure in the period, still only 2 shots on net.
Yeah.
Just tough to find any ice, you know? Yeah.
The Canucks just keep throwing it right into traffic, and that can work for you. It worked for the Preds. That's how they got their first goal. But if there's too many bodies, there's no point. And it seems like every time the Canucks get a point shot, there's 3 bodies at least in front of them.
Yeah, and it worked. It worked for the Preds early on. It can definitely. What was that? Who scored? I didn't even look at. Oh, David Gustafson from Pionk and Dillon.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, 1 blank, man. Jets are looking all right here.
I'm gonna maybe let me look at the odds here on the Florida. Oh, Florida just actually won it. Never mind. I was gonna bet. I was gonna look to bet on the Panthers in overtime, but I think they just won it.
Oh, did they? Did you see who scored?
No, but I'm just.
It was Reinhardt. That's in my pool.
I'll see.
Ann says they want us to watch Colorado. Yeah, I think you got to look through your feed a little bit. If you got another Sportsnet option there, Ann, you'll find the Canucks no problem. Sherlock said it's ridiculous how hard it is to find a way to watch the game in Canada. Buddy.
Yeah.
I agree. And this is the NHL. This is the easiest it's going to be when you try to look for a different sport. I mean, you can't watch any other baseball team than the Blue Jays up here. There's no chance.
No. Oh, Rogers owns it, so
I get it. I do. I get it. But Sportsnet used to, back in the day, they'd show Mariners games, which was fantastic. Being a Mariners fan that I am, it was pretty great. But yeah, now unless the M's are playing the Blue Jays, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Man, there's still no update on who scored. I'm gonna have to check Twitter.
Yeah. So we got a commercial break here, so I might as well dive into it.
Might have been for Hagee.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it was for Hagee. Yeah.
Oh, we got another injury. But it is Michael Markovich, the referee, has left the game injured. So we now have a new referee in the Canucks Predators game.
Oh, really?
So I don't know who had that on their playing card. I don't know if there's a prop for that, but someone's laughing.
Surprisingly not.
The odds would have been 1,000,000 to 1 that we'd have another referee. But.
Yeah, just like when you get those the e-bugs coming in, you know what I mean? The David Ayers of the world to shut out the Leafs,
Oh yeah, those are the best stories of all time. I talked to I interviewed what was his name? Was it Mark Foster or something Foster that came in for like the Chicago Blackhawks back in the day? And I think he was like an accountant or something like that by trade. He was like a beer league goalie. And he came in and won the game for the Blackhawks. And the guy was an absolute beauty. Like Scott Foster, that's the one. He was just like a beer league hero kind of thing. He was an absolute beaut, man.
He said he was. It says he was an accountant and amateur ice hockey goalie. Yeah, I'm on his Wikipedia page.
Something like that. Yeah. And he was just saying, like, yeah, man, I don't have to buy a beer for the rest of my life out here. It's like.
Yeah,
pretty good deal, man.
14 saves, didn't let in a goal, and a no decision.
He was a beauty. Oh, dude was a gem. As much as I don't like the Blackhawks, I am a Scott Foster fan. I'll throw that out. And the drunk guy that stole who was the dude? He used to play for Calgary. Then he went to Winnipeg. Anyways, he lost his helmet in the crowd when they knocked the pane of glass out.
Oh, yeah.
On his helmet. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I'm going to just.
That was pretty epic. I shouldn't say he played for Calgary. He played for Quad City for a very long time.
Adam Party.
Party. That's him. Yeah. I remember we chirped him in the box a long, long time ago. All right, here we go. Nashville is on the power play now.
Yeah.
I missed the penalty. I don't know what it was.
I'm a minute and a half behind, and it just happened on my screen. So you're
okay. Yeah, the Preds are on the power play for the first time here. All right, Josie looks gassed. Get him off the ice. I'm all right with that.
What are you?
Okay,
How
here we
pissed
go.
off are you going to be if Yossi wins the Norris over Quinn Hughes? I'd say he's got
Sorry,
it out. How pissed would you be if Yossi wins the Norris over Quinn Hughes?
Yeah. You know, if the Canucks can string something together here, I'm not going to be upset about anything individual. If the Canucks
Right.
can put something together, I mean, that's the reward for these guys. But I know that was like a cliche answer. But
No, that's fine. I mean,
yeah,
it's not. I think they both have merit to it too.
Oh, 100%, man. Okay, Forsberg sends it wide. Here we go. Preds are just taking their sweet time. And the Canucks are just sitting there like statues here. Got a little diamond formation. All right. Forsberg from the point gets tipped. Can't clear. There we go. Canucks send it down. 35 seconds on the power play. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. Just kill it. Get out of here. 3:45 left in the period. I don't know what your game time says, but
4:26, 4:25, 4:24. So you're a little bit ahead of me. So
okay. Sean is watching the game in the Eastern time zone, but also maybe plus or minus 2 minutes as well.
Yeah, it's killing me, and it's killing me too. Yeah. I mean, it's we were originally supposed to do a J stream tonight, and then this came up, and I was like, yeah, let's do it, man. And then I was at the studio here this morning at 10 in the morning, and then went home, did a little bit of work, took some time off, and then back here at 10 tonight. It'll be about, I mean, unless it goes to overtime again, that could be a late night. It'll be about probably 1:30 by the time I get home tonight. I assume if this ends early on time.
I'm super stoked you guys decide to stream this game and invite me out, because it just means that I miss my kid's bedtime and I get to go to the bar instead. So I'm pretty jacked about it.
Careful. The wife could be watching the stream, you know?
Yeah, she might be. All right, here we go. Canucks have killed the power
That's a huge
play.
kill. Huge kill.
Killed the power. Yeah. Oh, it's massive. We got 2:20 left in the first here. Preds retreating. Lindholm knocks it down. We got delayed offside, so the moving out with ease.
Ann says, look through all the local channels. Colorado's on all of them. Womp womp.
You know what? Not the worst thing in the world. That'll be a good game. And anytime there's something happening in this game, they'll play it on Sportsnet as well. At least they should.
If you want to be as behind as I am, and just type in NHL Bite into Google and then follow the links, but I recommend an ad blocker. I also recommend watching things legally, but I mean, why not? I'm not telling you to download anything or run an illegal stream, just to watch a stream that happens to maybe be not the most legal. Everybody's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it. I don't think I get in trouble for that. And if so, I'll just plead ignorance. You know, I didn't know. As long as you're betting responsibly and betting local, I'm doing everything in my power to help you guys do that. All 400 of you that are here watching us on a Tuesday evening, welcome. Throw some comments in the chat. Yell at us. Tell us we're stupid. Ask Ryan some questions about being one of the green men that used to dance and around the penalty boxes in Vancouver.
Still do.
Ask us personal questions.
I'm
an open book. I'm an open book. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta sprinkle this in here and there. So
yeah, do it up.
So just bear with me. Coming into this cold here, but as you know, Sports Interactions are home for all playoff in-game betting. Sitting on a best-in-class platform, making it incredibly easy to bet, including same-game parlays, custom props, and odd boosts. Focusing on games that matter to you, plus a 24/7 casino with live dealers, including thousands of games to choose from. Click on register to open an account or And I highly recommend head to sportsinteraction.com/greenmen. You'll be laughing. It'll be beautiful. Sports Interaction, your homegrown sportsbook. Bet local. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. All right. Okay, let's see here. Sherlock
Looks like you're headed back to the power play. Or am I?
Oh no, that was you're a minute behind me. I think you're. No, we're even strength, 5-on-5.
Okay.
Shots
It's a minus.
Exactly.
Minus 200 for the Predators, plus 155 for the Canucks.
It's not
again,
bad,
if you
man.
like the Canucks to come back again in what's been an uneventful period, the under is minus 165.5.
I like
That's
that.
a lot of juice. That's a lot of juice.
It is. I don't mind that live money though. It's paying $1.50. It's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Here we go. We got a hook on the way. Oh, excuse me, a hold on the way. We got a Nashville penalty. 44 seconds left in the first. Let's dance.
Giddy up. Somebody scored for the Avalanche. It was Miles Wood, assisted by Ross Colton.
Oh,
so I don't think you had any of those guys in your playoff pool.
No, I did not. Hey, man, they're making a game of it, though. This is a good series, you know?
Oh, yeah.
The only downfall of the Jets-Colorado series, it's always on at the same time as the Canuck game, so. Man, but I love that whiteout.
Whoa.
Oh, man, that whiteout's sweet. It's a killer that, like, the few times Phoenix did go to the playoffs, they stole the whiteout, which just it wasn't right. If you know your history, the Jets moved to Phoenix, and then Atlanta ended up moving to Winnipeg and becoming the Jets. But the Coyotes, or whatever they're going to be called now, Utah, owns the Jets' history, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So anytime they would go to the postseason, everyone in Phoenix would wear white, which is a Winnipeg tradition. So it's nice to see it back. But we did a game. We did a game in because we got a commercial break here. Why not? One of the cities that we did a game in as Green Men, aside from like doing random junior games and Memorial Cups and stuff like that, we did games in the NHL, of course, in Vancouver. We did a a lot of games in Boston. We did games in Nashville, and we also did one game only in Phoenix. And we went out. We sat down by the penalty box. We were in Glendale, Arizona, and when they still had an arena that sat actual people rather than Mullet Arena, which was like a waiting room. And it was awesome. And the city was amazing. They were incredible to us, the tourism bureau that brought us down.
Yep.
And what was really sad about that is that everyone says that hockey fails in Phoenix, and to a large degree it did. What was really sad about that is we had drinks with the head of the tourism Glendale people, and they said, you know what? We built the stadium, we built the Cards Stadium right next to it, and there's supposed to be thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of homes here built. But the U.S. went into that depression in 07, 08, something like that. The economy just like the bottom fell out of it, and everything just stopped. Nothing got built whatsoever. So hockey should have been heavily attended in Glendale, Arizona, but unfortunately, it's all but we'll get another team in 5 years because Bettman loves the market. So.
I think they'll be back. Yeah, I mean, and the players love it. I'm sure living in that city.
Yeah. And it's a good hockey culture. There's lots of good young players. Austin Matthews being one of them that came from there. Here we go. Yeah. They moved it over to Pettersson on the point. They sent it down low. Oh, excuse me. Pettersson was down low. Had a quick wrister. Had he one-time that's in the back of the net, but he took a wrister on it. And he put it wide. He had
that's twice.
That's feet between the goalie and putting it wide, and he put it wide. That's okay. End of the period. Canucks are buzzing.
Hey, cash a bet for me.
Yeah.
I got my under 1.5. I got my under 1.5.
Oh, that's true. Actually,
period, so
there you go. You're laughing, man. Nicely done.
No, that's good.
Nicely done.
Yes, sir.
See, that's why you're one of the experts here. You know.
Well, we'll see how the rest of the night goes. But I'll take a win. I'll take a win. I don't even know. I have an over on Luke Evangelista's shots. And that's at 3. And I don't know if we'll get 3 shots by anybody in this game. The way it's going. and I have under on Pettersson shots. So we'll see where that is at the end of the first too.
Well, that one doinked off the side of the net, so I don't know if that counts as a shot on goal. So
probably not. I'm just looking here
it
now.
hit the mesh on the outside of the post, so you might be all right there.
He is at 0 shots. He's got 2 hits in 8 minutes of ice time.
Okay, all right.
But
not the greatest.
But yeah, we're at intermission here. I mean, we can take a little bit of a break. Probably come back in about 10 minutes or so. Get up, stretch our legs, and then I'll send out a tweet letting people know that we're back for the second period. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back, but throw up a little funky graphic so that we both can stretch our legs and hit the bathroom. And we'll be back. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and while we're at it, if anybody's got a question, Green Men related, NHL related, life related, I don't care. Send it in there. You know what I mean? Like, I will answer any question about the Green Men that you may have, and I'll mention if there is any plans for a return as well. I'll keep teasing that throughout the game.
That's easy. Yeah, we got. Sorry, Brett M joined us. He said power play, baby. That didn't work out very well at least to end the period, and then Sherlock finally found a stream. So
we'll
send that stream over to Ann too while you can.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, throw it in the chat. Why not?
All right.
Okay, we'll see you shortly.
We'll be back, guys. And we are back. No, there he is. Nice. Welcome. No, all good, all good. I was a little quick on the draw, but
all
Kessler
good, all
back
good.
in the day, Kessler winning draws.
Absolutely. That was good. Good stuff. So I see the Avs have tied it up here. Lots of action in the Jets game.
Was it 2-2 now?
Yeah, 2-2. So we got
three
changes left in the second. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
But so we're still waiting for the Canuck game to come back. So let's dive in here. So Sherlockosaurus, Quebec City. Man, we did in 2015. I might be wrong in the year. It might have been 2016, but they did the Memorial Cup in Quebec City. And oddly enough, there's a lot of random stories with what we've done with Green Man, and Subway invited us out. They flew us up to Quebec City to do the Memorial Cup in like Subway jerseys and stuff, and they gave us like a $500 Subway card. It was great. It was fantastic, and among other things. But it was and so we did every game of the Memorial Cup that year, and it was actually the last hockey games played in the Colisée, the old school Colisée barn that the Nordiques had a good time in there. I don't know if they ever had any success there really, but right next door to it is the Videotron Center, which is unbelievable, and it's ready. But what happened? It was like the Quebec City was in the running for a team, but then they cheaped out with the expansion fee or something like that. But everything is there; it's ready. I hope to God, I hope that Quebec City gets a team because they're crazy about sports in that town. And if you can ever make it up to Quebec City, it is just like stunningly beautiful. It's awesome. So, yeah, man, I hope they do get it.
It's great there, and I agree that a city like that deserves a team for sure. Yeah. I just don't know, I don't know if a lot of the players would want to play there. Again, I've been there, and it's English speaking enough for sure in the area that the rink is in and everything. I wouldn't be concerned about that. Oh, they got Kessler doing some interviews at intermission here.
Oh yeah, he's got the sleeve hanging out here.
Yeah. Where does he rank for you all time, Canuck?
A lot of people are a little soured on Kessler because he demanded a trade out, but can you blame him? Like the team was on a downhill slide, and he just wanted one last kick at the can, right? So, no, Kess was amazing, man. He played through a lot of injuries. He was always a sandpaper guy with a hell of a lot of skill. I was always a huge fan of Ryan Kessler. He was great.
I didn't like him
that
because
whole team was playing like him.
I didn't like him just because of how he played, but that's from an outsider's point of view, right? I would love to have him on my team. There's only a few people like that like I think are too scummy that I don't want on my team, at least from an on-ice perspective, And Brad Marchand is one of them. Again, I'm a Leafs guy. And
there were some off-ice things with Kessler that I didn't know enough about the situation, but from the Coles notes that I got, I didn't necessarily agree with. But on ice, the guy was an absolute stud for the Canucks. There's no question about it.
All right, we are back. Puck is dropped. Right, where are you? Where are you in the game here?
So I got this fly is back. I got 15 seconds left on the power play here.
Okay, yeah.
Canucks still pressing. Hughes loses it, and that should do it for the power play. Yeah. Nashville sends it down. DeSmith sends it around to Roenick, tips it out, misses everybody. We got another turnover. Hey, Colorado with another goal, though.
Oh, shit, eh?
Yeah, Colorado.
The floodgates are opening.
Oh, man.
You got the whole spread. How many TVs are you looking at right now?
I just got a couple. It's all you need, really. But Parise with the goal here.
Zach Parise.
Oh, yeah. Hellebuck with a terrible turnover.
How do you feel about it How do you feel about it from a West Coast perspective, from a Canucks perspective in the Western Conference? How do you feel about the Mark Stone situation?
I got a buddy that's a Vegas fan. He's a diehard. He's followed them ever since their inception.
Day one. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like seeing somebody in a Mahomes jersey now. It's like, all right, yeah, I get it. All right. Or anybody that was a Brady fan back in the day that just abandoned the Patriots wagon.
Mhm.
I really like that market, and I think those fans are passionate, and they deserve a good product. And that
Yeah.
stadium looks awesome.
Yeah,
But
that's where I want to watch a game for sure.
the LTIR thing, it's like, are they the Houston Astros of the Stanley Cup playoffs? I feel like they are, right?
Knocking on garbage cans, yeah.
Yeah. Stone's got the buzzer in the jersey, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's whatever. I don't like it. I feel, again, as a Leafs guy, I mean, I can't, I think we abused it a little bit this year too. So it's just everybody's got to take advantage. The Lightning did it before with Kucherov, I think.
Yeah.
I would like to see the GMs and the owners do something about it. It doesn't seem like they're going to.
Yeah.
So I think it'll only get worse. I think it's just, I think something has to be done in the future. Maybe in the next few years you'll see it. But when Mark Stone does it for like a fifth consecutive year, we'll see. But
yeah, Juleson with a penalty, by the way. So the Preds are back on the power play here. 17:24 to go in the second. So, no, it's not. I shouldn't say it's Houston Astros because there's obviously nothing to that degree. Because the Astros just offensively, and I don't mean that as offense. I mean they offensively cheated, blatantly cheated. Whereas, I mean, this is a loophole in the system that any team could have taken advantage of, and they did. So,
right. Yeah.
So
well, we've got a little lull here. I mean, follow us on Twitter. You know, like the video, get more people in here, share with your friends. We're here all night long, watching. Hopefully, Vancouver can hold on here. Again, we are a Canadian company. Bet local, as they say. Bet responsibly. I've got. I'll be looking to maybe get in on a little Canucks puck line, maybe if the Predators score here, because again, you're not seeing much here from either
they're
team.
Setting up on the power play. Oh, nice block. Zadorov sends it around, sends it out. Okay, so we got a minute gone on the power play here. Preds registering a shot, but nothing half decent. There's been no clean looks pretty much this entire game. Nobody's had like just a direct shot. Everything's either been
or Pedersen's had a couple.
Had a couple opportunities.
Yeah, he decided to pass the puck or miss the net.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a wrestling guy. I usually play the heel. You know, I usually poke and prod a little bit.
You know what? I just finished Hitman. It was a long book, but it was a beauty. I don't know if you've.
I have got it on my bookshelf. Yeah. No, I haven't read it in a long time, but
it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's always out. I was gonna say he's always out in Saskatoon. I gotta try and shoot him a note, slide into his DMs.
Yeah, he'll do a good interview here and there.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a beaut. Come on, boys. Puck came out offside. I feel like that's an intentional, so that's gonna come all the way down.
Oh, we got some comments here. From, again, Sherlock. He's keeping us in business here. Thank you very much, Sherlock. What other Canadian city do you think could hold a team that doesn't? I wish Hamilton got one back in the day, but I digress. And could Toronto sustain a second? I mean, yeah. Again, I don't think Toronto would ever let it happen, just like they didn't want to let Hamilton happen.
That's the thing. The last thing I'd ever want to see is another team in Toronto, to be honest with you. But also
another fickle fan base.
Well, it would just be so tricky because everyone there is a born and raised Leafs fan, right? And to throw a new team in there and then to try and build a rivalry with the Leafs, like it's just you're against the 8 ball. Unless you go far enough out, maybe a Hamilton could work. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's about an hour down the road. And I got this question from a couple of buddies who also work here because, again, I'm born in Hamilton and lived there for a majority of my life. I think back then, at least, because again, I would have been mid-20s when that happened. I think I would have abandoned the Leafs and cheered for Hamilton, but I catch a lot of flack for that because, again, I don't like to jump teams. I'm a Denver Broncos guy. We're going through 8 years of not making the playoffs. I'm a Leafs fan with the heartache there. Jays fan who constantly gets eliminated in the first round now too. So yeah,
I was at that game, by the way. I was at that game.
The Seattle.
Where were you?
8-1.
Was it 8-0 or 8-1?
Yeah.
Oh, greatest day
I was
of
at
my life.
I was at my in-laws. It's my brother-in-law's wedding, and we were just everybody would do a speech, and then at the end of the speech, be like, "What's the score?" And be like 8-1, and then it's like 8-3, 8-5. Oh god! And, I was looking on like StubHub to buy tickets to the next day, and I'm obviously glad I didn't because they don't really like insure too much. That's a huge hit that I missed that you were way ahead of. And I was just like, I'm so glad I didn't buy tickets the next day. That's so deflating. That was, oh my god.
Yeah,
How bad are Toronto teams, man?
Well, it's just like you always got to know in the playoffs, nothing's over until it's over, right? Until there's the final whistle or until the final at bat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Toronto fans, you guys are notorious for just getting ahead of yourselves all the time. You get your hopes up so high.
Yeah.
It's like, how many times do you need to be kicked in the nuts to learn not to get your hopes up so high? Because I remember I was in college and I was sitting in the dorm room, tons of people around watching the TV, and there's a few people from Toronto, and it was that series, it was that game when the Leafs were up, what was it, 4-1? Something like that, on the Bruins heading into the third.
Yeah, 2013.
And it had been so long since you had any playoff success, and these two Toronto-born boneheads behind me were just like, they turned to each other, and I heard them, they're like, oh my gosh, we're finally going to make it to the next round, finally. And it was like, this is the second intermission. Don't count your chickens. And of course, what happened. So,
yeah.
The Canuck fans, we know, we always expect the worst. That's how we're built. That's how. So we make the playoffs. Oh, it's gravy. But we always expect the worst, and that's the way a true sports fan does it. Vegas fans don't know this. They've never had the worst, right? So
that's true. That's very true. Our good friend Sherlock's asking us what we would call a second Toronto team. I don't really have any.
The Hamilton Blackberries?
I don't know. The Toronto Towers or Toronto Tower. That's lame as fuck, but I don't know.
We could do a Jim Ball Silly tribute to Hamilton. That wouldn't fly. I was a year ahead of Scotty Upshaw. Oh, I interviewed Scotty Upshaw before. He's a beauty. And watch Chris Phillips play for. Oh, that's very cool. Nice. Now, was it?
I just did a live in-game bet just for those of us who were paying attention. Under 4.5 total goals at plus 110. So again, avoiding 5 goals here. I haven't seen much here from either team offensively. So take a shot at that at plus money. I think that's a decent bet. Go on.
I feel like the under is a great call at this point. Yeah. Then again, the Canucks could have a nice 12-second span here and there, right? But I don't know. So I'm with you. I haven't seen a hell of a lot so far. Nashville hasn't looked great. Canucks are buzzing. They've looked decent on the power play, but they're just not stringing anything together here. So Steel City Thunder. I like that. That's pretty sick, actually. Gord Purchase.
Yeah, oh, you got a friend here in the.
Yeah. Well, it could be a million Gord Purchase, but I do know a Gord Purchase. Buddy, I missed you. Beauty.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in Hamilton, Steel City Thunder, I don't mind that at all. Yeah. It'd be weird to have a team that's not named after it's named after what we export, I guess, but it not named after Hamilton or Ontario or something like that. There's dozens of Gord.
Yeah, right. They're everywhere.
I know at least 5. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't Perch here. I haven't talked to him in like a decade. It feels like probably moved back to Ontario, and then just became one of the millions of Gord Purchases out there. So, anybody, lots of fingers in the
Sherlock says the Steelheads. I think that Hamilton used to have a team back in the day named the Steelheads. I don't know what affiliation it was, but it wasn't obviously NHL. But I'll Google that in a second. And then Gordon says lots of Cougars in Hamilton. That is true. There was a bar downtown called Liquid Kitty. Do the math there. And it was a good Cougar bar back in the day. The Steelheads were
I need to give you a quick update here. I know you're a little bit behind on the feed, but Philip Forsberg has made it 2-0 for Nashville.
Okay.
DeSmith went down early, and Forsberg just roofed it on, walked right in and roofed it. So 2 blank.
Yeah,
2 blank.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know in a minute when I catch up. Oh, damn. Yeah, he tucked that up nicely.
Yeah, it was a nice goal. Not taking anything away from him, but yeah, this is not good.
Also, it's 4-2 Colorado at the intermission too.
Yeah, Canuck fans, like we're not allowed to have nice things, you know. And everybody was a little shook with the DeSmith news this morning, and then everyone kind of rallied and came back, just from what I've seen on Twitter and whatnot. And hey, give him a chance, you know, we're okay. I still feel good about it, but this isn't helping. That's 2 goals that are not the greatest. So, anyway, what can you do? And Forsberg's got a filthy duster on him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the playoff stash over the playoff beard, but you know,
I like the playoff beard. I like, you know, like the Brent Burns, like get that thing going.
Oh baby,
you know?
Yeah, that guy's a.
I mean, he'll be growing up for a while, but like the hefty, yeah. The little pencil stash like the Austin Matthews. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, it's a duster for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Gordon and I have been to the same establishment. That's
there you go.
And then Sherlock says this series is going 7. It's going to be a repeat of that great Winnipeg-Nashville series from a few years back.
Could be.
We'll see.
I mean,
again, I wouldn't really blame DeSmith for either goal, especially the first one. Wacky redirect.
Well, that last one, I mean, you gotta wait for him to make a bit of a move before you just drop down to your knees like that and give him the whole upstairs. But anyway, what the hell do I know? I never played goal, but I think if anyone's there's a bouncing puck in front, nobody jumped on it.
Can you tilt up slightly or move? Move back.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. If anyone's squeezing the stick in this series right now, I know it's not usually a saying for a goalie, but Colton Sissons just made it 3-0.
Fuck, I'm the mush, man. I bet that under, and there we go.
Yeah, right. True enough, eh? Oh my gosh.
I mean, it still can get there, but.
Oh man! So the Canucks had a bit of a chance in front, but it was just Miller all alone wearing 2 white jerseys, and then right back the other way. It was as Beauvillier just banked it off to Smith's chest, right onto the stick of Sissons. Johnny on the spot.
Oh, played back into the zone by the defense or by the Canuck.
Yeah. So. 3-0 on 11 shots. Not going to fill anyone with too much confidence.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can pin that one a bit on DeSmith, but yeah, that's a bad break, putting it back into the zone. Good stick lift there by the Predator on Miller too.
I mean, when a guy gets a rebound that open in the slot, I mean, that comes down more to the defense than does the goaltending. I mean, he made the first save, but. But this is not filling anybody with confidence. Then again, the Canucks have had chances and they haven't buried them, so it's got to go both ways here. Can't believe everything on DeSmith here, unfortunately.
No.
Not unfortunate, but you know. Oh, man. Okay, Canucks pressing Höglander in deep. Got flipped. Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you hanging in there?
Perch is not taking it.
We got Canucks plus 3.5 minus 150 if you think they won't lose by 4 or more. The total is now 6.5 minus 160 to the under. I might jump back in as much as I don't want to do that because I'm invested, but I don't think this game's getting to 7 goals.
No, I don't think so.
But I'll see if I feel like it in a second here.
I could see
I might wait for it to come down. Yeah.
Here we go. Right in front. Let Susie put it wide. Okay, Hughes down low. Here we go. Lafferty, pass it back. Going south. Out of the zone. Man, oh man. There's just no room. Nashville's playing great defense here. They're keeping everything to the outside. Canucks are just taking point shots and hoping for the best. Okay, here we go. Lindholm moving in. Gets chopped out. I don't even know why I tried. Why do I even,
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Unbelievable.
We got Gordon's calling a 5-2 finish. He thinks they'll get to the 7 goals. I don't think the Canucks will get shut out. I think they're too good of a team.
I wouldn't, you know what? Based on the first period, I wouldn't say they'd be shut out either, but this is terrible hockey so far. They are not playing well. They're on the retreat this whole period. Every chance. Oh no. Open in front. They're moving it behind the net. Looks like the Smith dodged a bullet here.
On the edge of your seat here.
Yeah, dude slips the door off. All right, here we go.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, like, I don't think, game 1 ended up being exciting, but like, I don't think it, like, outside of those few seconds and maybe the third, like, it was a pretty dull game, tight game, a lot of checking, like similar to this in a way, but like just it broke open, and then you had the quick comeback, which made the crowd buzz, which made it more exciting for the viewer at home too, right?
Yeah. Well, if you can hear it on my my mic feed here, Miller stick steps in 2, the one time. Oh my God!
$500 stick breaks in 2.
Yeah, exactly. Nashville just missed a shot here on a one-time. If you can hear it, the crowd's starting to. They're trying. The crowd's running on fumes, trying to get something going here. But last game, you're right. The crowd was just electric. Nashville's done a pretty good job of just taking the 18,000 and change out of this game here. Oh man! Next chip it in. You're calling that icing? Oh, went out of play. All right, so 11-8 shots for Nashville here. 3-0 Nashville, just under 8 minutes in the second. Not ideal, but still lots of time to get something going. Sherlockosaurus, Colorado 1-4-2. Is that over?
No, it's second intermission.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they're winning. Is Smith going to score 2? Yeah. Well, might as well. He's probably got better hands than Pettersson this game. Oh, man. All right. So I was just teasing before. Let's get it out of there, because I had a lot of people asking me, lots of messages in the inbox on Facebook and DMs on Twitter. So there's been some rumblings. We've kicked it around. It kind of depends on how things unfold in this series, but there's a chance that we might be reuniting. Before the year is out. There's a strong chance. That chance might rely on Thatcher Demko at this point. So Demko dresses, we dress. We'll see. But
all right,
there's some rumblings, yeah. So
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. So
you can be like, I know that guy. The guy. I don't know which one he is, but I know that guy.
We'll do another live feed. I'll be down by the box. It'll be perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'll be able to call the play-by-play in real time down there.
Is there any way to tell which one is which? When, like, obviously you guys know, but like to the naked eye, there's no way.
We do.
Right?
One
of you taller than the other?
Yeah. Forrest's a little bit taller.
Okay.
I usually have the darker green spandex. You'll notice there's a bit of a hue difference, if you will.
Gotcha.
I'm the guy in the front row. I'm the handstand guy. I used to be the handstand guy. Now it's things are tough.
Gordon says you're the bulge guy, the guy with the massive bulge.
Yeah. You know what's funny, man, is before last game, like our comeback night. So we're walking around the concourse. We're there like a few hours before the game, and like everybody there was like, okay, you got to do something about that bulge, man. You got to fix that somehow. And I only had one jock. I was like, I can't really change my jock up here, and so I'm trying to like, push things down and kind of smoothen things out, if you will.
Yeah.
So we end up going down, to the glass there. We have the big intro and stuff. It was wonderful. We get down there, and thankfully nobody's talking about my bulge because Force brought his cup, but he didn't bring a jock strap. So Force just has like a loose flying cup in there, and there's a photo, and it is glorious because Force's cup was holding, and then it just kind of bent out like this. So there's a photo of him, and he's pretty excited to be there that night. So
good.
Yeah,
That's
nobody
funny.
was talking about my bulge.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But what was beautiful about
I feel like that's something you shouldn't really forget,
right? Pretty instrumental piece.
Unless you wanted to, maybe you wanted to.
Yeah, well, you wanted to create a buzz. I don't know. But what's beautiful about that is that like nobody back here in Saskatchewan knew that there's a jock. Very few people know that there's a jock involved, and so everyone. Long story short, everyone here thinks I'm packing. So it's a pretty good problem to have, my friend. It's, yeah.
And you can check him out at Saskasully on OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. Another little side hustle there.
Yeah, perfect. Radio
that's
DJ by day, and
that's how we'll get back for doing a game this year. I gotta fund this trip somehow, right? So
move over and GoFundMe. Yeah.
Well, that was a hell of a night. So actually, what was pretty memorable was and who was it? I got some of these written down here. Marcus wrote this in. He was asking if there were ever any Green Men groupies or stories to tell, and I will just say this one story because it somewhat is, with their retirement game back in 2015. So
right.
I went to the game, and I brought my dad to the game. He's been such a fan for years, and it would only be fitting if he was there for the last night of it. So we're there in 2015. After the game, we're going out back to the car, sort of thing, and a woman came up. She's probably in her mid 40s, something like that. She'd had a few cocktails, and she said, "Hey, can you sign? Can you sign me? Give me a pen?" Yeah. I have never seen my dad's never been more proud of me in his life.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like I think I saw a single tear. Like it was a beautiful moment. So
that was the first day of your life that he told you he was proud of you.
Yeah, he was, and the last. Yeah. So it was pretty good. Here we go, Lafferty and all allowed. Jeez, and he puts it wide.
Oh God.
Oh, defender just got a stick on it.
Well, at least he didn't just shove it wide.
Hey, man, we're buzzing though. This is good. It doesn't seem to matter what the hell the Predators do, how many goals they score here. The Canucks seem to get the momentum back every time. And then it's just that one time down the ice for Nashville, they got a garbage goal. But
again, I think they're the better team.
Yeah. Juleson, Canucks are pressing here. We're controlling possession.
I mean, how deflating do you think it would be for the room? I mean, obviously they're amped up for the playoff game, but
there we go.
You find
sorry to cut you off, Sean. There we go. Good. Zadorov from the point.
All you call is Zadorov early in the game. You said a squeaker.
It was it was a long shot that just squeaked through. We're back in it, baby. We're back in it. Nikita getting it done.
We got a combined 20 shots on goals, and we got 4 goals.
Yeah.
Is Georgiev in one of these goals or what?
I hope so. Yeah, it was just short side. It was a body in front. That's how you got to do it, man. Just throw crap at the net, right? It's playoffs.
Yeah, like you said, it's been packed in front of the net, and it was bound to squeak in for the Canucks. 3-1. 4:27 left in the second, and that's huge. You got to get these late period goals, momentum for the third.
100%.
And then again, this period's not over.
If we can make it within one, heading into the final 20 here, we're sitting okay. But I know it's a lot to ask. Preds controlling possession here. Forsberg, man, this guy's so good. Working it down low. Stastny. Here we go. Canucks moving it out. Breaking things up. Gorgeous. And Zadorov. Oh, I just love him. I don't know if you saw that thing. I don't know if you saw that. There was a tweet online about a Zadorov jersey. A guy paid $350 for this thing off of Fanatics.
Right.
And lo and behold, there's just like iron-on, like it looks like somebody just went to like a T-shirt making store for the name and number on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the good times continue for Fanatics.
They're terrible. Those baseball jerseys are awful.
I can't enjoy a game. It's just like the tiny letters on the back. Like it's so distracting to me.
Yeah.
It was actually like
it's not only that too, but like who approves these things? You know what I mean? Don't they have to go through any kind of approval process or quality control process? Yeah. Like see-through shitty lettering. It's
You can read the brand on the guy's underwear, and somebody's like, "Yeah, that's good. Send them out."
Yeah, speaking of bulges, like what were they thinking?
Yeah, who has that last call on the line? Oh yeah, those look good. Yeah, send them out. They'll wear those. Come on. What's killing me is like the delays on some of these too. Like the cards, they're baby blues, which are gorgeous. The Mariners cream unis, they're Sunday unis, and they're all like delayed, and yet these like brand new City Connects, they get those like the next day and can wear it. Like I don't understand.
The Jays baby blues too. They're not around yet either.
Is it the Jays? I guess that's true. They haven't worn those yet.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. So like Fanatics has the NHL contract next year. I'm a little worried.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was this bad.
But... well, we're in commercial again. Quick odds update. Plus 550 if you think Canucks can complete the comeback on the money line. Over under 6.5. Over 6.5 is the favorite at minus 150. Gordon was right. Maybe it will end at 5-2. We'll see. And plus 2.5 for the Canucks, minus 135. So some value there on the Canucks if you think they're going to make a bit of a comeback here. And I think they've been the better team despite being, slightly outshot 11-10.
Yeah.
And I think they've had more possession. I think they've had some better chances. It's just they're out hitting them. Face-offs 56-44, 33-21 the hits. Predators have blocked 16 shots to Vancouver's 5. So again, you're seeing a lot of positives for the Canucks, just not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's very few teams like score the beautiful tic-tac-toe goal in the playoffs. You just got to like get bodies in front, look for garbage in front, loose pucks in the crease. And the Canucks have been playing well, and I noticed this last game too. They're always going for like the nice pass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that could be the killer. Like you gotta make sure if you're coming down the ice with the puck, you gotta get out of the zone with at least one shot under your belt. You know what I mean? No wasted chances.
A couple of beauties last night in the Bruins game. That goal by Pasternak, that backhand pass by Zacha, and then that alley-oop pass by Domi to Matthews for that beauty too. A couple of beauties there. No beauty so far in this game. Just a couple. That Forsberg one was pretty decent, but just short of a beauty. Just short.
The outcry on Twitter and stuff, just shelling that Leafs fan that in the Tavares jersey that caught the puck or whatever.
Oh, I didn't see it. No.
Oh yeah, he caught the puck, but he's in a Leafs jersey in Boston. He stood up and started like gloating to the crowd. It's like that's a bad idea, man. That's a bad idea, dude.
Yeah.
Boston fans are crazy.
That police escort that you were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah. So I'll dive right in. We got a little break in the action here. So Canucks on the power play here, by the way. 2:24 left in the second. We got a 2-minute minor here. So So before they get set up, so Canucks get blown out of this game, right? And it's game, I want to say it was game 3, because it was when Nathan Horton got hit behind the play.
Mm-hmm.
So the Canucks just get dominated. When Nathan Horton gets hit behind the play, like, we're getting death threats, we're getting garbage thrown on our heads, we're getting kicked, we're getting shoved. So with a few minutes left, Pettersson with a shot, easy save by Saros here. With a minute left in the game, Bruins score a goal to make it whatever it was, like 6-1 or something crazy.
Right.
And Preds come back 2-on-1. That's not the best. Big save to Smith. There we go. So anyway, and we look down, and there's BPD officers standing there, and they're yelling at us, like screaming at us to, like, get over here now.
Right.
Hell, like, what do we do now? Pissing off the BPD? So anyways, we go over there, and they're like, guys, there's like 30 seconds left. If we don't get you out of here right now, like, you're gonna get your teeth kicked in. So they rush us to, like, this bathroom, private bathroom or whatever. And they're like, put on your clothes now. And they're just, like, yelling, like, dropping F-bombs. They're like, get going. The last thing these guys want to do is protect 2 idiot Vancouver fans.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we, like, throw on all of our shit, and they rush us out the back door right as the final horn goes. And then this just mob comes out of the garden, just, like, chanting Boston everything. Anyone that's wearing a Canucks jersey or shirt or hat, they're not safe whatsoever. We watch people get their ass kicked in Boston outside of that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, man. It's crazy. It's a mob mentality. And so when people get so upset at, like, Vancouver about the riot, I get it. I'm not justifying it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I remember I was talking to some Boston fans, and they're like, oh, even when we win, we riot all the time. So
City of Champions, Boston, man.
Yeah, right? So anyways, Boston, their fans, I do respect them because they're so loyal to their team, but they make it a very hostile environment down there. Going to watch a game in Boston is risky as it is, let alone when you're wearing green spandex, you stand out like a sore thumb. So
yeah,
but that guy in his league.
Yeah, not a great idea. Me and my fiance are like touring, like trying to make it to every MLB stadium. And ideally we see a Jays game, and like I already was like, hey, just so you know, like when we go to certain stadiums, like cheer very quietly when the Jays do well. Like not that we're loud people, but like, you know, when you go to, like, if you're in the Dodgers or Padres, it gets a little rough. Like Fenway probably gets a little rough. You know, Yankees a little bit, not too bad. I've been to Yankee Stadium. It's a good time. But yeah, and again, I don't think in some areas baseball is not as serious, and again, depends on how vocal you're being and how well you take, like, you know, a little bit of trash talk too, because like if you can take it a little bit and joke around with them, they won't do nothing to you really. But I always say just be quiet. Man, Pettersson's looked not great.
Pettersson, I hear you, man. Yeah, don't gloat. You're not in your own barn. Don't gloat, but you're allowed to be there. Just know you're one of the few and not one of the many in the visiting team barn. Canucks are 0 for 4 on the power play. 10 seconds left. They're just gonna let the period run out. Oh,
again, some good momentum. Had some good. Just the Predators are throwing bodies in front of everything.
Yeah, they're down 2 after 2, 3-1. Power play is over, but at least it's 3-1, man. 3-0 going into the third. That's tough sledding. Oh, they hit the post.
Gives you a little bit of hope, right?
Yeah. Oh, Pettersson, it went off his boot and off the post.
Can't buy one, that guy.
Oh, sorry, went off Pettersson, off Saros, off the post. My God. Oh, crazy. Man, didn't have bad luck. They'd have no luck at all this game. Holy cow! All right, 3-1 after 2. That's okay. That's all right. I'm gonna scroll up in the questions here, see if we missed something.
No, not really. Just Gordon hanging out with us. Sherlock.
Yeah, it's Gordon.
It's the Gordon Sherlock show. Anne seems to have disappeared, but I hope she's still watching with us.
Hey, huge announcement, by the way, on the Green Men Facebook page. Kev Travis Melville I said, like, hey, if you got any Green Men questions, and we got a lot of good ones, but he said, I will financially help the first 5 people to DM him the word faith. So there's money to be made. There's money to be made on the Green Men page.
Yeah, he just wants you to stop selling yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, right? Why not?
Yeah.
So this saves me from having to do the OnlyFans. This guy's just going to fund the trip from here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. What's happened? We got it's still 4-2 in the Avalanche game, tightening up there in shots, 30-26 Avalanche. 3-1 here at the end of 2. Take another quick 10-minute break, and then come back for the third. We got Gordon's hanging out with us. Gordon, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. All right. He said he sent him all 5 DMs, so hopefully he can catch them all.
Man. Good man, Gordon. Good man. Give me a cut of that. All right. Finder's fee.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, we'll take a bit of a quick break, and then we'll be back a few minutes before the start of the third, and see if I can lay it down on the under for the third time and see what happens. Because that's where I'm leaning for the third. There'll be some empty netters maybe if it stays at 3-1. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we'll take a quick break. And
I feel like that. Yeah, that 5-2 prediction might. The 4-2 prediction or the 5-2. Either way. Maybe. Pretty. Yeah. So okay, buddy.
All right, guys. We'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. All right, we're back.
Yo,
We're back. We're live. It's
the final installment.
yeah,
Baby.
third period. Couple. What kind of wings you eating? You said you were eating some wings in the intermission there. What do you got going on there?
Came out at the same time I ordered them. I got some lemon peppers on the go here. This is all right.
Oh, beautiful.
Not bad.
I like a good dry rub, you know. We got. I'll go over some odds here. It's plus 650 if you think that the Canucks can make a comeback here in the third. Plus 2.5 at minus 130. Canucks have 47 shot attempts to the Predators 23. So I mean, at that price, I mean, I don't mind jumping in on the Canucks. I got too much invested on the under and on the Predators, so I'm not going to do that. But if I didn't, I might look at the Canucks because I think they can maybe you know get on the comeback train. I don't know what you think. Obviously, you're hoping for it, but what
the Canucks keep carrying the momentum all game, even after the Predators score a goal. Like they're not pushing right afterwards. Like the Canucks have got all the momentum, and I mean, I'm still married to my parlayer. I still believe in it. I put money down earlier. If you hopped on to Sports Interaction, the Green Men parlay was we had JT Miller to score a goal, Quinn Hughes for an assist, and Canucks on the money line here. So I still believe, and I've got another parlay I'm setting up for Game 3 as well, and I feel.
All right.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, you can.
That's gonna be loud, and it's gonna be loud in Nashville, man.
Oh, dude, it's a good time in Nashville. It's what's amazing is like, so we did the return game, and the atmosphere at Rogers Arena is so much better than it used to be. It's so electric in there, even like during the season, which was never a thing before, but it was just like awesome. It was a party. You go to a game in Nashville, and the beauty, I mean, it's probably a little different now. It's, 13 years later than when I was there last. So, but people don't know hockey as well. They didn't grow up with hockey, but they know how to party. And the marketing team there and the in-game team there, they just make it an absolute party. They just blitz you with it. I remember between periods, there was like Gretchen Wilson was playing. If you remember Gretchen Wilson, there was another country artist. I forgot who it was. I think it was Big and Rich. I think Big and Rich was playing. Okay. It was awesome, man. It was just such a party. And then like we were in the green suits, and like we met. That was one of the big famous games. We met like Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, and Hockey Night in Canada picked it up, and it was a huge thing. It's awesome, man. It's a good time.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately, they blocked Canucks fans from buying tickets. But aside from that, if you can get it down there, it's worth it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can have like the pre-sale for the for your fans to buy tickets. But I don't like blocking it. I get that you don't want visiting fans causing problems, which creates issues for security and stuff. But like that's part of being a fan, is like being able. And what if you're from like, what if you lived in Nashville like now, you know what I mean, and you grew up a Canucks fan for 30 years and you want to see your team in Nashville, you know what I mean? That's not exactly fair. But I guess if you have a Nashville address, you could probably do it, right? So I don't know. It's whatever to me. I just don't like blocking fans. Maybe give them a pre-sale, but don't full block them.
I'm with you, man. I think at the end of the day, like if you do it like a soccer game and you give like just designate one section or something, or the pre-sale code or something, whatever the hell it is. I mean, definitely, I'm all with you, man. Absolutely. It's a shame if you wanted to go and you couldn't have, because Nashville is such a party town. It's such a good time.
Give people like the visiting fans the standing room obstructed view only,
Yeah, exactly.
Which in Toronto are still about $300 a ticket, you know what I mean? Yeah, the Canucks have come out in the third period. They're buzzing a little bit, they're putting some pressure on at least.
We're moving here, man. Okay, we're working the points again. See, this is what we've been doing the last two periods. We've been feeding the points, which is a good thing, but they keep looking for either a pass or like a little sneaky shot. Just blitz it, man. Oh. There's a nice little play to move it down to McKay here, but he wound up that wrist shot, gave Saros all the time in the world, right into the trapper. That's all right, man. We're buzzing. We're getting chances. We're getting shots. I don't know if you jumped on I don't know if there was a total over/under for shots total, but Canucks are finally hitting the net. So took the over. That's the good news.
I'm just on Pettersson under shots, which looks good. He's got 0 at the moment. Evangelista over shots for the Predators. That looks bad. He's got 0 at the moment. And then I've got Predators in regulation, which I mean looks fine right now. And I've got Quinn Hughes assist. Oh, Pettersson just got a. Oh no, that wasn't Pettersson. Mikheyev.
No.
I've got a Ryan O'Reilly anytime goal as well, and then a couple of in-game unders. So
yeah,
I would like this game to end 3-1 if I could. It would make me very happy. But we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the sad thing is that Pettersson actually has 3 or 4 shots, but none of them have hit the net. So that's been fun. It's
always tough. It's always tough to bet on unders when like guys like that are on the ice all the time too. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna lead. He's gonna be one of the leaders in ice times for the Canucks. He just hasn't looked his normal self the last few games.
No, not at all. He's been kind of out of it a little bit. And the complaint around some of these guys, like as great as they are during the season, is that they don't show up for the playoffs. I hope that doesn't become his narrative here. We're only 2 games in, but so far, it's not looking amazing.
No.
And like Canadian media is gonna be all over this guy if it keeps going this way. Because I mean, like you were saying earlier, like look at Marner. He's got nowhere to hide there. Everyone's diving down his throat.
Yeah.
Vancouver media is a little bit lighter than Toronto media, but they'll still take digs. So, all right, I'm gonna dive in here. These are just listening.
Yeah, no, do it up, man. Do it up. You can roll off to the side too if you don't want to eat on camera, but I don't think you're somebody who has much shame.
Probably should. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with eating a wing on camera, man. I was checking in on the Colorado game. It's Jets have the net empty 6-on-5 with a minute and a half left. They're still down 2, so doesn't look good there.
I keep forgetting that your feed's a little bit behind mine, but Canucks are still working the point, and it's like watching a replay over and over.
I'm like, yeah. No, it's
keep working the point, close chance, misses the net, over and over.
If you were to pick winners for tomorrow's games, let me pull up some odds here just to see. Well, we got where'd it go? There we go. We got Bruins at Leafs. Leafs a small favorite, -115. Oh, that was a quick close wraparound chance. Again, I'm a bit behind.
You know exactly what you're watching. I felt the same way.
You like the Leafs tomorrow or the Bruins?
Excuse me. Close chance for Joshua. Lost his footing.
You would have picked 2 goal scorers there if Joshua scored.
Oh, yeah, man. We've been all right night. Oh, okay. Net's off. All right. No penalty on Joshua here. Joshua kind of went crashing into Saros a little bit. Yeah. So there was a slap Saskasully. That's probably the one that you might have watched. And it surprisingly got all the way through 9 legs and hit him right in the tape of the stick, but put it wide. It's kind of been the story. Putting everything wide or just not hitting the net when you get a chance. Pettersson. This is me venturing off the side again.
All good. Yeah, no. Again, looking at tomorrow's games, I'll take the Leafs on home ice. Again, playing the matchups, maybe a healthy Nylander, -115, short price. Dallas -175, Vegas +145. I like the over at +100, over 6 goals. And I'll take a shot again at Vegas at +145. Dallas and Jacob Under haven't looked very good. And then Oilers Kings, I'll take the Oilers on the puck line +135 to beat the Kings by more than a goal. So a goal or to win by 2 or more.
I like that. And I like the over in the Vegas game too. That feels like
Yeah, I mean, both teams have great offenses, and neither goalie seems to be interested in stopping many pucks. The over just hit in the Avalanche game. It's 5-2 now. Looks like it's almost final there, about 40 seconds left in that game.
Yeah. That's a good series. That is a hell of a series.
Yeah. I thought I had that one going 7. I said Jets in 7 just because they had home ice, but
Yeah.
I mean, Colorado steals one on the road, so
I mean, yeah. And Colorado's barn is not an easy one to get out of.
no.
Not bad. Well, we got to face off a center. I'll just fair and play. So it's still, we're under 15 minutes in the third. It's still 13-12 in shots for Vancouver
It's
here.
fucking embarrassing. I mean, again, they're blocking a lot of these Nashville, but
if you just tuned in, you probably feel like you haven't missed much. Like, there has been some action, but nobody's hitting the freaking net here.
I feel terrible for underbettors such as myself, man. Like, nothing's happening yet. There's 4 goals on the board.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the under 4.5 and under 5.5. So, I mean, I'm just hoping to hit at least one of them. I'm hoping for not 2 goals.
I feel like,
again, if this gets tied up, if it goes 3-3, I'm going to be feeling miserable. But again, that's why you bet responsibly. Don't bet anything you can't afford to lose, folks. But it's still, it might alter my mood slightly. I'll still be chipper, but slightly less chipper. Oh, well, it's almost, that should be a penalty. No, I guess not.
I was hoping for it, but I mean, that's a good playoff hit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing against a no call there. That's no problem. 13-12 in shots. This is just insane. And the Canucks they've had the momentum the whole time. Like you were saying before, the shot attempts. The Canucks they're murdering them in shot attempts. I can even imagine what it's at now. There's probably another 10 on the board for the Canucks.
Yeah.
Since the start of this period,
and that's the thing too. Like, not a ton of whistles. Like it's been like I wouldn't call it like free flowing, exciting hockey, but like it's been tight and not a lot of whistles. Again, we're at 13 minutes left in the.
Yeah,
that's a good play. Yeah, I don't mind that. Now that I saw the replay on that play on Lafferty.
Yeah, Besser with a bit of hustle in the shift. Finally, he's another guy that needs to get things going. The Canucks got to look to their main goal scorers here. Miller, he's on my parlay ticket today.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done anything. Pedersen's done nothing. Besser's done nothing. Get going here, boys. Anyway, all right. Commercial break.
I'm even trying to drink the yellow Gatorade here to try and is that green, yellow? I don't know. It's yellow, I guess.
Well, what is it over there too? It's like 1 a.m. your time.
12:20. Yeah, 12:20. I'm all right. I'm a night owl.
Okay, there you go. See, what was difficult was I'm born and raised out in Vancouver, and so all of my teams, every team that I love is a West Coast team. That's just where I grew up. So you got the Canucks, Mariners. I'm a Chargers guy. I know you're a Broncos guy, so it's hard to hear.
No, it's all right. Your team's doing just as questionable as mine, but you have a better future at least with the.
Hey man, you guys got Zach Wilson. He's going to be great. But when you move out to Halifax, you're 4 hours ahead. 4 hours. And that hurts when you cheer for Pacific teams, man. Yeah. So,
or even if you're like a football guy, right? You get like trying to stay up for like Monday night football, Sunday night football. Not a chance. It's like 2 a.m.
You guys back east, man. I feel for
the world revolves around us, all right? The world revolves around us.
Well, no, but I feel for the NFL schedule. I feel for you guys because, there's no morning games for you. Everything gets going in the afternoon, right? It's brutal. Then if you have a night game, like a Sunday, not even a night game, an afternoon game, well, for Pacific or for West Coast, because what does it start at? What's the second game start out there?
4:00 Eastern. So 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then like 8:30 for the night game.
Right. And you can't watch that if you got kids. Like when I was out there, we just had our second out there, but I couldn't watch a 4 o'clock start. I'm getting things ready for dinner, and you can't do that.
No,
man. If you grew up on the West Coast watching NFL football, you are spoiled. That's the bottom line. Seriously, 10 a.m. and 2 o'clock or whatever the hell it is. It's just you can't beat it. It wasn't
Yeah,
2
so
o'clock. It was like 10 a.m. and 1.
Yeah, I went out to San Diego for a weekend for I used to work at Fantasy Sports Network back in the day, which no longer exists. It's now Sports Grid, if you're familiar with that. And they sent us out to San Diego for a convention or like an event once, and we got out there, and then on the Sunday we were watching football, and it was beautiful. Like you're done watching football by like 8 p.m. pretty much 9, and then you go have dinner. There's still a whole world ahead of you at 8 p.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
man.
I agree with you. It'd be tough for, like Gordon saying in the chat. He's like, it's tough to be out there. He only catches the third period of Leafs games when he's out because he's got to make dinner and everything. So
yeah, I remember the first time I came out to Toronto, and the Leafs game happened at 7 o'clock, and then they just turned off the TVs. I'm like, hey guys, the Canucks game's starting. It was like 10:30 at night or so. Nobody cared.
No
wonder nobody knows about the Canucks.
You can get it on, but no sound for you. No sound.
Yeah, exactly.
On the TV in the back.
Tiny TV in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Did they just show me a graphic? We're about, what is it, like 12 and a half minutes left in the period? There's been one shot.
Yeah, there's been next to nothing. It's been ridiculous. I'm a little bit ahead of you, but I'm 12-34. We got a face-off coming up.
Yeah, same.
14-12 in shots for the Canucks. Like,
Jeez.
Come on, man. We got to get something going. Start throwing the kitchen sink at the net or anything, seriously. But that's why, like, also back to what we're saying, like, I don't feel as strongly about, like, Nashville blocking everyone to get tickets because it's playoffs, and you can't do it during the season, obviously, because if the Chargers blocked other fans from getting tickets, the Chargers would have nobody at SoFi Stadium. So
that was a good shot.
So it's a weird line to walk, you know, if you're blocking other fans, because those are the only people that go to Chargers games. We only have 7 fans, so you know.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's one of the only fields in the NFL where there's no home field advantage.
There's nothing. The Chargers should be in Vegas, and like you were in San Diego. I used to go to games at Qualcomm all the time.
Right.
A few, but like, man, it was just a stunning place to watch football. It's just beautiful down there.
Yeah.
So I hate. I can't leave them. You know.
No, it's the same thing. Again, I've been joking around with my friends this week all about, like, I'm done with Denver. I can't do it, but I can't switch teams.
No, you can't put in this much, heartache, right?
Maybe, and again, I don't want to get into it too much. There's a lot, like, of law and, like, what's real, what's not. But, like, if I had been, like, a Blackhawks fan growing up, something like that, where, like, the team seemed to have, like, done that, crazy hiding of scandals and everything like that. Maybe then, but, like, not if just for being shitty. I can't, like, even though, like, quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, just useless, and, like, 8 years again of not making the playoffs, and doesn't look like we're going to make the playoffs again this year.
Yeah.
I can't abandon it, even though I really am thinking about it. I can't do it.
My buddies gave me an out. I remember we did a big trip down to San Diego.
Yeah.
And they're like, so we're going to the game. I have all the tickets on my phone. We're ready. I go up to the window, and they're like, no, you need to print out these tickets. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I got the barcodes. Let's just scan them, and we're good. It's like, no, you have to print them. I went to every single ticket window around the stadium. No, you got to print them. And I'm like, okay, can I use a printer? Like, no, we don't have printers here.
No.
You don't have one printer in your whole stadium? So I had to get on a train and, like, go like 3 stops over from Qualcomm. We missed the whole first half of the game. And so I get back, and my buddies are like, you know what? Screw this team. Like, we'll give you an out. We won't heckle you. You can pick another team. I was like, no. I've already put in, like, 15 years at this point. Like, I can't, Yeah, can't be done. I can't start cheering for the Vegas Golden Knights out of nowhere because I want to cheer for a winner. Yeah, I'm calling you all out.
Well, even, like, I thought about it too. Like, if I was to leave a team, who would I cheer for? And, like, I mean, I really like what the Texans and the Lions are doing, but, like, I don't want to be that guy. And I was like, oh, maybe the Bears, or even, like, again, I don't want to because, like, they're in the division, but the Raiders, like, a team that, like, are still a few. Ooh, that was another good chance. A couple of good years away still from, like, competing. Really, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think the Bears will be good with Caleb Williams. I think the Raiders are doing a lot of good things. but like I don't think they're there yet. I don't think either of them really make the playoffs this year. But anyways, we should maybe chat about the Canucks game. It's 3-1.
That's fair.
You've got about
most chances, man. Hughes just threw one from the point. I don't know how far ahead you are on the feed here, but Joshua came super close. He hit the post. So they're pushing, man. They're on the doorstep. This is ridiculous.
I just got like where they cover the puck with Joshua. Damn. Crazy.
Ronak put it wide. Lindholm into a crowd.
Yeah, which is this is a recording, man. Like, because everything's going into a fucking crowd.
And now the Preds are breaking up 3-on-2.
Hey, kudos to you for you were asking a lot of questions. Hey, should I keep it clean, swearing and all that? I don't think you've said one bad thing tonight. Good for you. Real pros pro. You must again being on the radio a lot. You must have a lot of experience biting your tongue when things.
That's true. Yeah, I got a built-in filter now. Yeah. It no, I appreciate that. I do try to, even when we were doing Green Men, when we were down there and somebody swears by the box, I'm not a fan. There's always kids sitting around down there. I'm old school.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make me old school? I have no
idea. I don't know either, but it's good though.
Yeah, so we're inside 10 minutes here. 3-1 Nashville, 16-12 in shots, which is what you would expect this deep into the third period.
Yeah.
Joshua's hit the post.
And the team with 12 shots is winning 3-1.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So, Joshua's hit the post. I think Susie hit a post earlier. Miller put one off a couple legs off the post, off Saros off the post. Pettersson missed the post by this much and put it wider than that. Not that we should be going for posts here, but might as well excel at something in this game, I guess. Anyway, this is a nail-biting kind of a night. Not good. By the way, I assume because you do lots of stuff with Sports Interaction, of course, you've probably done a video or two with Cam Stewart.
Oh yeah, I've worked with Cam he worked with me back at Fantasy Sports Network. I grew up watching him on The Score, as a lot of people did. We go back a long ways. I've probably known him for, I don't know, close to 10 years maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Why, what's up?
2011. We're just about to start the final series. So we go out to the Earls in Vancouver, and we do a shoot with The Score. Cam Stewart's out there. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where this concept came from, but he was teaching us how to eat chicken wings. I've never seen anything like that in my life. He would split the wing with 2 fingers, and he would just suck the chicken out, and the wing was bare in 1 second. Like, I'm the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. That guy gnawing on wings was crazy. Yeah.
There's a lot of fun stories with that guy.
So
he'd hover over my, we used to eat lunch, right? And you'd be 3/4, maybe halfway through I don't know, a poutine or even a burger. And he'd just walk by you and he'd look at you. He's like, "Hey, are you going to finish that?" And you're like, and this happened every few days. It wasn't like a one-off. And you're like, "Yeah, Cam, it's in my hands. I'm still eating it." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And you know what I mean? He didn't no disrespect or anything. He just loves food. The guy just oh man. Gordon says you only swear when you strike out.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Like I said, I played some ball with Perch for a while. He's a beauty.
Right. I used to swear a lot on the golf course, but then I realized I'm never going to make it anywhere. Why am I taking it so seriously? It's the most frustrating game in the world, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. See, I'd swear when I struck out in hardball and baseball, but Perch was known for wearing Robbie Ray's pants.
Oh, the tight pants.
These things were painted on every game. Yeah. Here we go. Canucks are moving here. They're buzzing. Pettersson misses the nets. It was blocked, mind you, but back to Ronak. Here we go. Moving it across. Another miss. But I'll tell you, these shot attempts. Okay, Ronak to Pettersson. Trying to move it in front. Block, cleared. My God, man. We might have hit 100 shot attempts tonight. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. We'll have 17 shots on net and 100 shot attempts tonight.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Oh, he's somebody's down for the struggling on his skates there. Yeah, I might be looking to bet on. I mean, again, depending on the health of Demko, I might be looking to bet on the Canucks because, again, I think they've been the better team both games.
They have been. Oh, no question about it, man. They've controlled the play. The shots don't tell the story. That's for damn sure.
And look at the offensive zone possession too. Like, again, just showing up on my screen, 15 and a half minutes for the Canucks, eight minutes for the Predators, like almost doubling them in offensive zone time.
Yeah. There's no question who's the better team here, but at the end of the day, it comes down to who's getting the bounces, and it ain't the Canucks. Good hustle, and nobody got. There's 7 minutes to go in the third here. Canucks still controlling all possession.
Yeah, I think like the Preds are almost playing like playing a trap, just trying to hold on for the 3-1 victory.
This is like the soccer park the bus strategy here for the Preds.
Yeah.
Oh God, come on, boys, let's get rocking here. So that when we met Cam Stewart that one day, Cam and the score team, they pack up, they take off. We look over at the bar, and there's Bill Daly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So that same day, this one magical day, we had beers with Bill Daly, with Cam Stewart, and then randomly, a friend of a friend is there. She's a paralegal, and she's the half sister of Kristen Bell. And we're like, "There's no way.
Yeah, the actress, yeah."
Yeah, they're like, "There's no way you're half sisters with Kristen Bell. Get out of here." She calls Kristen Bell, and so another thanks to the Green Men. Randomly, I got on the phone with Kristen Bell for a minute, and I tried. I feel like my wife is tuned in, but she's probably heard this story. I tried my best 1-minute marriage proposal to Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. She was already engaged to Dak Shepard at the time, but you got to shoot your shot, man. I tried.
Yeah, and hey, things worked out for you in the end,
They worked out great for me in the end.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's all that matters. That's crazy though. You've had a lot of cool celebrity encounters.
That might be the most random thing of all time. Best over the close chance in front. Saros again standing on his head. But hey, the Canucks now have 18 shots, so we're moving up here.
And again, buzzing. Everything's in the Predators' offensive zone.
This is nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked in the media industry for a while. A lot of mixed martial arts and wrestling back in the day. Filmed interviews with Mike Tyson was probably the person I didn't interview him myself, but just holding the camera, and that's the only time I was really like starstruck. Interviewed like John Jones, Jeff Gordon, Josh Donaldson, tons of like different walks of life, and that was the only time I was like, whoa, he's one of the most recognizable sports figures in the world. Yeah. Especially with that face tattoo, So.
Oh yeah, Iron Mike. That's amazing.
I was like, fuck, man, that's again questionable human being from back in the day seems to be a decent human being now.
Yeah, but tell me. I know, like you're out in Ontario. Tell me that when you met Mike Tyson, you were a cameraman for CP24. Tell me you were there for that.
I was for Fight Network. Which is
okay, cool, nice.
I remember the CP24 one now. Yeah, no, I was.
Oh my gosh.
No, so my second story. So we've interviewed him in Toronto. We interviewed him down in upstate New York because that's where the Boxing Hall of Fame is, and he was running an event at a casino there called Turning Stone. And I was the only professional camera rolling when he opened up about lying about his sobriety.
Oh wow.
So like he broke down, like cried after like promoting a boxing event and said, "Oh, I've been lying about my sobriety for, You know what I mean? And so I was there, and like the guy rep from ESPN taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna need that footage." I was like, "Yeah, no problem. Let me talk to my bosses, and we'll get it sorted."
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
I only wish back in the day I was relatively new. The shot wasn't my best work, but you know, I wasn't expecting to need the footage for anything. Sorry?
Yeah, you never know when like a story's gonna break, right? So that's pretty.
You never
crazy.
know. You never know.
That's wild. Holy cow.
But yeah, so
yeah, that's bucket list. I would love to see. I'd love to meet Iron Mike one day, or you know what? I probably never will, but I would love to see him just pump Jake Paul coming up this summer.
Yeah, we'll see if that fight happens and what kind of fight it's going to be, if it's exhibition, and who knows, man. That's a circus.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Forsberg circle. He just got tripped by Hughes. He stepped on Hughes' stick, went down.
Penalty or no? Ah, fuck, eh?
This is not ideal. 4:59 to go in the third. Canucks down by 2. Hughes on his way to the box. Not good. Not good. Well, we haven't been able to do it on the power play, so maybe on the penalty kill.
The only thing I don't want Nashville to score unless Ryan O'Reilly gets a point, because then I mean it's not for this purposes of this show, but I'll cash like a parlay that I have, a same game parlay. So
I'm with you. I don't want Nashville to score, obviously, but if they do, I'm pulling for you, buddy.
The crowd do not like
that. Those are crappy calls.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a penalty every time, but that's just lousy. Canucks trying to move it out. Nashville holds the line. Novak down from the side. Block, all right. Such a beast.
They're going to try to keep it around the outside and not have any shot blocks. Spring the Canucks the other way.
Back down to Novak again in the corner here.
There's only 12 shots. Total, none here in the third.
This is in the corner. Yeah, Nashville's just killing the clock. This is blatantly obvious now.
Yeah.
They're just playing keep away. They're just skating around the whole rink here. This is terrible.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you blame them? They might as well just take it back to their own zone.
Oh, 100%. I don't blame them at all.
Yeah. It's just such a shitty time. I mean, again, it's not a bad penalty. It's not like an undisciplined penalty. It's just a bad break for Quinn Hughes there, and like it's just such a bad time. Like with only 4 minutes left, and you're like the Canucks are buzzing.
This is a drag, man.
I honestly don't even know. Like I'm gonna check now. I don't even know if Nashville has a shot this period.
No, they're still sitting at 12. Yeah, they might have maybe one, but even that, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a memorable one. I know that much. Now this is less than ideal.
They do not have a shot on goal this period. Canucks have 6, according to NHL.com at least.
I feel like this game has lost a bit of steam. I feel like that's fair to say. So, I mean, take this opportunity. Anybody that's like come off whether it be the Green Men channel or whatever, or just jumped in here naturally, always jump into these as you should. Thank you for tuning in. This is super cool. This is the first one I've ever done, and it's been awesome. So thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, like I said, it was a good time. You were natural. I've done like, I don't know, 40 something of these. I don't know. It's tough to keep track. But yeah, I've only been doing stuff in front of the camera for just about 2 years now, and it was interesting getting into it. You just like, it's especially when you're not talking to anybody, you're just talking to the camera, reading like a script. Like it's very, very weird.
Yeah, well, I'm happy that you're on here. I mean, it's similar in radio because when you're just going solo, it just like you can do it, right? It can be done, but everything is better when there's a discussion and a conversation. So yeah, I'm stoked that you're here. I thought it was gonna be like my face for 3 hours. I was like, oh, I don't know if anybody wants to see that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun. I like doing it. Again, like I get paid to do this, so whatever, right? Like
Just go on and watch games and talk sports, right? And living the dream.
Yeah.
So Canucks pulled to Smith. We got 2:01 in the third here. We got a face-off in the Nashville zone. Penalty's been killed. Got to notch a quick one here, man. Got to notch a quick one. Miller on the draw. He wins it.
Sorry, you said goalie pulled, yeah?
They decide to pass it back to Hughes. Stolen by Sherwood. Nashville scores 4-1 Nashville. This is over.
This is over. That sucks, man. Would have been much better for you to do game one, I guess, eh?
Yeah, that might have been. Oh, man. Yeah, we got $1.53 on the clock here. So Miller won the draw, and then they raced back to move it back to Hughes. Hughes probably should have stepped up to play that puck rather than waiting on it. And the Nashville forward just jumped right at him, chipped it by, and got an easy freebie. Oh, now they're showing that Forsberg mustache again. They're just rubbing it in. That thing is filthy. So Sherwood is first in the playoffs. There we go. Whoever's got
Keeper Sherwood. Yeah. Those would have been some long odds, man. Those would have been some long odds
right?
for sure.
Oh, man. You know what? Next game, I might take the prop on the shot attempts. If I can find one, I might take it.
Yeah, there's no market for at least here at Sports Interaction yet for game 3. I'm sure it'll be up shortly after the game. But yeah, I'll be looking to tail some Canucks, depending on what the price is. Should be close to even money, I would think, just based off of a bit home ice, the Smith factor. Which again, I don't think the Smith was bad. Only faced 12 shots. Needs to make a few more saves, but I wouldn't call those goals his fault, really.
No, I'm with you, man. The first one was just a weird bounce. There's nothing he could do. He was already in the splits. The Forsberg one where he walked in and roofed it. I mean, DeSmith kind of went down early, made a judgment call. That's the only one really I'd peg him.
Oh, that's Jankowski's a prick for doing that.
Yeah, but barely, really. I mean, the defender should have stepped up. The other one was just an odd rebound right to the guy in the slot, Johnny on the spot, and he buried it. Like, nothing he can do, man. So, yeah, but I don't know. Canuck fans will rip him in the morning.
Yeah, and they shouldn't though.
No, not at all.
They shouldn't. No, I think he'll be fine. Again, if he only faces 12 shots, it's not like they're gonna go in all the time. You know what I mean? Like Canucks are a better team tonight.
So yeah, you wouldn't know it from the scoreboard, but
they gave Zadorov the penalty. Whatever.
Yeah.
What are they gonna put out there? Are they putting out the top power play or what? I could use a Ryan O'Reilly point.
yeah. Well, Nashville's still shooting, so you never know. Something might pop for you.
No, I think it's the second unit. That looks like Sissons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very little like Sissons with a shot in front to Smith disease. So very little rough stuff, which is kind of surprising. Like there are a couple of hits here and there, but nothing after the whistles in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of intensity that way. So, which is kind of weird because, like, usually the rough stuff kind of picks up when a team's down, like, quite a bit. But the Canucks, even though they were losing, they had the momentum the whole game.
Right. Yeah. No, completely agree.
Weird dynamic. Yeah.
Completely agree.
They're showing close-ups of every fan, wishing they bought Game 1 tickets instead of
Yeah, I mean, again, they didn't have much. Oh, that was in. It's getting chippy.
Yeah, there's not much going on there. Just little shoves.
Yeah.
So we got 15 seconds in the third. It's done. Game 3 in Nashville. I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, what's the Game 3 plan for you? What's you gonna be at home watching? What's the setup like?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, they come on at 8:00 here in Saskatchewan, so
perfect.
It's still a good time. Yeah, I mean, You're burning the candle here. It's 4 a.m. over at your time. So.
Yeah, just about 1 a.m.
Yeah,
About 1 a.m. I'm off tomorrow, luckily. So.
Oh, nice.
I gotta do some streeters on Saturday. Otani's coming to town for the Jays and Dodgers, so I'll be asking the fans outside what they're. Well, I won't be. I'm filming it. So
So now, being in Toronto, I mean, I know it says it on the schedule, but are you sure Otani's coming to town, or did somebody just say that his plane was on?
I don't know if he's coming here to hit 450 feet bombs. That's what he's coming to do.
Yeah. He's got a dinner reservation. Kikuchi has a dinner reservation, so there must be.
Yeah, no, it's rough.
Ridiculous.
It was rough. It was a rough summer, and it was rough. Again, rough. If anybody's paying attention, it cost me some money tonight. Vladdy should have had an easy out at first base. Check it out on Twitter if you haven't seen it. It was a disgusting play by Vladdy.
I think your Jays have won seven of the last 10 or something though. So
yeah, they've been good. It's been fine, and they should have won tonight too. So. But yeah, no, that'll do it here in the locker room. A fun night. Not if you're a Canucks fan. Sorry, Ryan, but still fun. We had fun.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, man, we got at least 3 more games here, so I'm feeling good about things. Canucks controlled the play. They had all the momentum in the world. They just couldn't hit the freaking net. So anyway, they got a few games to right the ship here. So
yes, sir. And I don't know when we're doing the locker room next. To be honest, I should know this, but I don't think there's one scheduled. I think the next one scheduled that I'm aware of is next Tuesday for Jays Royals with me and the Gate 14 guys. So I'll be here with them. But yeah, Ryan, man, nice to meet you. Maybe we'll be back for game 4 or game 5 or game 6. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the bosses say, man.
Hey, man, I hope so. I do have a parlay on the site for game 3 that I'm fired up for. It's Dakota Joshua and an 8-time goal. And he was buzzing tonight. He hit a post tonight.
Yeah.
We got Hughes with an assist. That's easy money. And I got the Canucks on the money line as well. And if they keep playing like they did tonight, it's a good bet. It's a safe bet. At some point, they got to be able to hit the freaking net. So, it's freaking, right? I keep it clean. No F-bombs.
Yes, sir. Gordon, thank you very much. Have a good night. Ann and Sherlock and everybody who joined us and the 535 of you that are currently still here. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll be back next time on The Locker Room.
Truly.